Alright. Mud pie. Anybody else? Can you hear me? Maybe the damn thing just didn't like Fall Out Boy. My songs know, you know? Could be that. Let's see here. Ha ha! We have liftoff. Alright. So I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. Well, it's whatever. I'm not feeling all that fantastic. I feel great, but then I didn't. Uh, my stomach is killing me. Uh, Beautiful fall weather here today. Weirdly enough, and how it feels about it. Uh, Man, I really thought everything was predicted to be hot season longer, but I told you all these animals are acting funny, and velvet was coming out on certain critters earlier. Oh, see, now I'm worried. Now they got some sort of like Godzilla, El Nino thing. I don't even fucking know. Can't with it. But it felt like pure fall here today. And the humidity finally off. And it was like, yes, yes, praise Jesus. And it was one of those perfect fall type of nap. Oh, but you know. Uh, about the time went down for the involuntary fall nap, which I ain't complaining about today. Um, and all the guys in the area went, I think I smelled Joe, Jim, and Kyle 6 miles away mowing their yards. Now, on the way through today and back here, I seen several men staring down at their yards in the middle of them. Just, there wasn't nothing wrong with the yards. Ain't nobody needed to mow, but they were all contemplating it. They were. I could tell. And then somehow these out here in this zone smelled those out there in that zone. Oh, I just knew it. And they knew everybody in the area was going to take a nice fall siesta, right? Oh, yeah. They did. So they all decided to have a lot more competition at one time today. For a number of reasons. Yards are fine. I'm telling you, men can tell other men are mowing 16 miles away. And they've just got to get in on that. Even if they're damn yards. I'm not kidding. Y'all ever watch these yard wars? You ever seen some of these dudes actually just roll around the yard with their deck up? You ever seen it? They're not mowing. They're just pretending, and unless you pay close attention, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a strange thing. Yeah, if one does it, all the rest have to do it. Anyway, so it semi woke me up from the lovely fall and weather induced nap. And then I fell back asleep. I was like, hell with it. These guys are not doing me this way, you know? Not today, Satan's. And then I woke up again and everything's fine. I'm sort of sick feeling. And it occurred to me that I once again forgot my medicine at the right time. And also may have been a little bit too brave with lettuce, possibly, but I ain't been scared and I ain't gonna be, and it's just life. So, let's hope it's not that situation, but you know, if it is, that's cool too. Freaking lettuce is tasty. You can't make me give it up. Alright, so I it may be that. I don't know. Could be that I forgot my meds at the right time. It could be a lot of things right now, quite frankly. Anyway, so my stomach's giving out. And whatnot. Um I don't know. Somebody says I'm a problem, Well, wouldn't be the first time I've heard that. Probably won't be the last. So there's a little bit and a sort of a bunch of stuff I've been wanting to get in here and speak about, but I'm just worn out lately. And he's just like, man, I'm sort of concentrating on more of the. But it doesn't matter. I'm concentrating elsewhere and staying away from the fuckery on here ways and how it's playing and all the stuff, in real life. And the effects having and those continuing to pack beanies, imaginary dirty suitcases, and distractions, and that type of shit. And their holy wars. I had a good chuckle at that one the other night. Did anybody catch that? It was fucking fantastic. I thought about doing a little clip on it, but I was in bed and I was like, nah, and it'll help lift off that shit. Oh, look, the chest. Yes, I'm actually sober. Just cancer and cancer surgeries. You see it? Ain't it lovely? It's a nice giant scar. Speech disabilities. You're a fucking asshole. Alright. Maybe don't go being an asshole and making the world a darker place online and typing out stupid shit out your problem at people before giving any context. Anyway, not that I really give a damn, quite frankly. Alright, so I've had years of it. Jizz. Some many know whether it's intentional trolling or just randoms. They know at this point. But I'm not gonna get lost in it tonight. So here's the thing. Um, like I said, a bunch of stuff I want to comment on. I'm like, I'm not helping them with it. Their horse shittery and their stupid gameplays and distractions. Is all of them are. That's all it is. I've told you every time this shit lights up, and especially when the kids and I are targeting it every fucking time through the years, even with Marlena, Fred, and Andy obviously helping it and getting paid for it. Um, what it is it's hiding something else. It's hiding some bullshit behind the whales. It's hiding some bullshit behind the teams. It's hiding whatever the fuck these motherfuckers here in true crime trying to do is trying to distract y'all from something else. And the same applies for us. I've seen the same shit, and so have you all for years. It always seems that way. Well, seem hell, I know it is. And if you're on the gritter, you damn well know it's what it is. And I gotta tell you, I'm just sick of all the little fuckers and the teams and the big bad YouTubers, but also thanks YouTubers from Wales and the 110 circuit and all that shit for doing all the dirty work and fucking up their daughters, gays. They care so much, but fuck all y'all. If you've seen it once, you've seen it 600 times. And it's always usually it's Ernie or it used to be Benny coming in, and when that distraction happens, somebody else will actually be coming in, and that's what'll be hidden. And eyes off of whatever plant pretends oopsies and everything else. I'd like, gag me. Alright, same shit. It's always that shit, and you could tell when the douchebag McCoys come in, that wasn't no goddamn accident either. It was sent, contrived, and it was heralding in something else. And then I'm the kids targeted again because Tiffers is still stamping, and Tiffers is definitely part of the crew. And You got Floppy back there pretending he ain't been back trying to suck Mom's dick since he come back on. Actually, even before he was allowed to be public, he was back there doing it. Like, I ain't got no time for none of y'all, alright? You get on my damn nerves and you bore the shit out of me, quite frankly. Compiling is as compiling does. It happens pretty quick these days. That's all I'm really going to say about that for right this second. Now, no, you want to let's do a happy thing. You want a happy thing? Look at this, guys. Look. No, dear, I don't want to hurt 11. Oh, no. Do y'all remember 11? You remember puny little 11? Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can turn 11. Anyway, there's 11. There's 11. 11 bloomed and did all the 11 things today. Anyway, so 11 is the last to bloom. And if anything fucks up 11, before you get 11 to where 11 goes, I'm gonna lose some shit. Alright. So anyway, 11 is the last of that batch. And I think that's pretty cool. Hopefully, depending on what the hell the weird ass weather is gonna do this season, the next ones pop up and they'll go in and time and do all the things that I would like for them to do. And go the places they're supposed to. Alright, so, carrying on. Oh, and you remember a few weeks ago I said that I'd accidentally put this particular, you see a little patch there. I don't know if you can see it or not. In the dryer. It's a little pap sticker for his last year. I don't have it. Really. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, I finally put this bad boy on date. I was like, you know what? I can't help it. I have this urge to find somebody to at least seal that there. But so I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at it. Anyway, it's a good fall filling day. Anyway, so my pumpkins and squash are doing really well. And so it's alright, anyway, so onward. Onward. I caught a title today. I don't know how many hours it's been, but it was something stupid. It hadn't been up for a full day yet at the time. I just seen the title. I was like, what kind of fucking bullshit throwback propaganda horse shit is this? Oh Lord, same dirty dozen, same dirty shit. Yeah, dozen my ass. For thousands. But the main crew, the same shit. Same motherfuckers doing the same motherfucking shit. Same shit, different day. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's Super Bowl radar. What the hell is that? Huh. Well, What the fuck, man? Bro, this motherfucker's slow. I can be like, hi guys. If he says so. Anyway. Whatever, guy, whatever. Alright. So, anyway. And I see this title. There's recommended or some shit. I was like, what kind of propaganda throwback shit is this crap? Alright? It's like, that ain't mine. That didn't happen on a goddamn life. What the fuck? What the fuck? And knowing this motherfucker in particular played in this shit. Are you serious? I don't even want to revisit that. I don't care. Um, quite frankly, I just do not give a damn. But it's wild. I was like, really? Jesus Christ, who pulled out this handy dandy notebook, you know? And is revisiting this horse shit. You know, give me a break. So, I see this title. It's something about, uh, oh, bitch ass. Alright. It's an odd one, ellipses. Phone call from man to Jody while she was live back in the gap. Notes and a fucking stupid clown. Now, God damn it, killer, you know this ain't just some random man. This is great knowledge, you remember, bitch? Of course you do. You share the rest. Hey, Don B, you out there, motherfucker? McDonough? Ziggy? Griff? Rest you sons of bitches. Johnson? Jacobs. Candlestick makers. Nanners, Emma, John Davis, true crime. Anybody else want to talk about this? And, anyway, don't you be fucking around with these good people like this killer. Or up Tiffany Marie's ass, or whatever it is y'all doing with this fuck shit. This shit's all y'all's, and this ain't some random man. This was not on my live, and are you referring to the gap down towards the creek area? You know? We will not be putting out propaganda like this. I mean, I know killing them are notorious, but we just ain't gonna do this. And I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life being distracted by it and revisiting the horse shit. I don't even know why I'm looking for a watch. I don't show anywhere. One, it's two freckles past the hair or some shit. It was just him. No. And no motherfucking means no. That's what the fuck it means. Alright, now as I recall, okay, this particular call you're playing was not to me. This was to Nana's motherfucking angels who helped Emma. You remember Emma, Crime Stories Obsessed, who's putting that bullshit too? The same one that helps actually headhunt and drag in people, like in Summer's case and some others, over multiple social media platforms, and like she did with Ryan at one point with Summer supposedly being in the creek way yonder and a pink outfit, and then Jenny and Adriana pretend to chew his ass for it and be the Gabble Squad and perfect, and they knew all things. And then he went ahead and added Layla and Holland as triggers to draw in her family too and be like, ooh, we'll help you. He went to the Emma's bullshit school of helping draw in. And of course, you know, I mean, look at him. Look at him, Trevor, over ass kissing too. Bro, ain't nobody stupid here. But new eyes, haha, no pun intended. Um, and people who just, I don't know, are gullible as fuck. Killer, you know better. Share, everybody else, I ain't even going through this with y'all again. And we damn well know Buchanan and Ziggy and McDonough's ties to some bitch. Serafina, especially, right, guys? Right, right. And with them Jacobs and Johnson's account, the Serafina that was all buddies with Don B and is still buddies with Ryan and Jen. Oh, yes, that they're part of that community long before they came here pretending that they were new here and they motherfucking were not. All right. The same Seraphina Don B followed her pins. Ryan followed her pins straight to Fred's asshole. Few things gave away because they're all stupid while Fred was in jail. Fred and Ziggy, and don't even get me started on Seraphina. Do we need to revisit all that Seraphina shit? Don't you start with me. But that'll come back into play here in a minute. Anyway, so, and Emma, right? Emma, Nana's Angels, John Davis, all them, which was the lab in McDonald's ass at the time. Where'd that guy go? Last time I seen him, he was walking to AutoZone for an auto part, and somebody giving him piece of property as long as you tore down the burnt house. I don't know. Think he got a little, and he wasn't being built up when Josh, I'm gonna do the things with McDonough family. That never really happened. And then he was given whatever his fucking dude ass name is that attempted to be taken out by female squad of bullshitters too about like Doug and all that was as well and set up, man, it's whatever. Phoebe's fake tits, that type of shenanigan. Anyway, so here's the deal, okay? And remember, Doug too was supposed to be the superhero winner of that circle for doing McDonald's dirty right. He didn't win because shit got too dirty, especially with Ziggy. Him and Griff and all that. Do y'all want to go back through all this? I mean, I'm not gonna, but you want to? Links, ties. Go back through all. Don B was actually supposed to be logged into the Green Eyes account. Didn't realize which one he's logged into. Started typing out child porn fan fiction about Summer's brothers in Queen Bee's chat. And then later on, tried to pretend it was because he was drunk. Whoopsies, but that wasn't the truth. And then he was on Nana's Angels, pretending to have too much to drink and threatening to kill all of us and blow people in public and talking about his kid and ruin her life and all that, which he's been known to use kids' clothing. I mean, he's on, obviously, on his real news, being called out and scientifically proven to be a fucking liar, too. But yeah, y'all remember all that? Pepperidge Farm does. So anyway. Green Eyes, who the Jacobs and Johnson's accounts followed Seraphina. Seraphina and others got those people to allow others to log into their accounts and type under them, do shit under them like they do many. In true crime, especially nut jobs or people who are not so well. And those boys, they were followers of Seraphina, like, oh, praise you, And then they offer even to us, like, you can log in my account, you can see this here. I mean, because they're used to that. They're used to it, and these creators and others will use their accounts to do that. And it's part of the playbook. It's how some of this group and others are getting away with some of the shit and the terror they're raining down and the tampering and hindering they're doing in these high-profile, active, ongoing investigations and cases. And if law enforcement looks, well, if they do a cursory glance, it'll look like it's just nut jobs saying doing these things online, and then it'll be like, oh, well, it's just a nut job. But it's not. It's far deeper and darker than that. And they also set nut jobs off on their own to do shit like that. But anyway, it's the thing. If you know, you know. But if you look deeper into these counts and shit like Jacobs, Johnson, which were all doing the green eye shit, you'll find that, especially law enforcement or any lawyers later on at pulling or already have the data and things on those, it shows that people are logged in from all kinds of places into their accounts using them. And if law enforcement pays real close attention, sometimes you'll get some of those nutters logging back into their own accounts, much like Jacobs and Johnson did. And they're like, man, I'm sorry for what was said, because a lot of times people using their accounts, they turn over to ask, like Seraphina's group and all it. And I have evidence of this, right? Anyway, what they'll do is be like, you can log in, you can do whatever you blah blah. And a lot of times, well, most of the time, they'll erase traces themselves or what they've done in those people's accounts, right? Sometimes they forget or something goes wrong. And then those like Jacobs or Johnson can actually see it. And even their Fruit Loop ones, I had both apologize and be like, dude, I don't know what the fuck went down last night or who was using or who was doing it. I mean, like, or if I did it, was, you know what I mean? And they will apologize profusely and shit. They didn't know they'd said, but it ain't them. Like, it's the motherfuckers that were using their account to do that shit to us and to type out in front of y'all in the world and through these chats. The function of the quote Green Eyes character slash what Killer is referring to as a man now, though he knows who Green Eyes is, so does this group, and how far dark dirty it went, and how Killer played in it too, didn't you, buddy? Don't start me. Lone Wolf, Mad Hatters, Ravens, oh my. Right, motherfuckers? Anyway, it's goofy shit, but I guess it was entertaining for y'all. It wasn't for us. But the function essentially of Green Eyes, the Green Eyes character, um, and there were a couple females that played in around us. Look, you just have to know, but Cher being one of those as well. Ziggy obviously had ties to it. Dawn Buchanan, McDonough, his motherfucking self. PG also knew about it. It's how she knew Dawn B was actually the one that dropped Andy's phone number. And oopsie, then it was actually under the ground. You see how the fuck ups go. McDonough plays a cute little sleight of hands. The Jen Hymans that'll play on Candace's besties named also shit time, all these fucking characters. One of the others, I don't know. Anyway, they're all twinkled in with Andy's crew there that terrorize him over text, also shit. Telling Benny ain't gonna stop. The initial acquiring phase. Also, Tiffany and them mind fucking him, and then with Brooks, making him think it was $500 amounts being given to us for all the shit was not. That's all he was concerned about. It was pretty bullshit, but that's how McDonough got it, and he knew who Buchanan was when he was doing. He got it right after the drop. He played the sleight of hand on me, which is one of the dumbest motherfucking things you could have done. No! Could have been such a beautiful relationship, you slummy fucking ex-disgraced cop. Super detective, you could have solved it all. No, you couldn't. Anyway. So, anyway. Why you gotta be so sleazy? And so easy. You're easy. So anyway. I respect for law enforcement. That ain't it, dude. Bastard. I hear line. I'm working with Lawson. I'm down here with him right now. Really? Who are you? The fake Fed? Time's a little off, ain't it, pal? I'll be here in just a second. How you gonna do it? Wait, what? Let's see. Bastards. All bastards. So anyway, and then obviously Don B had the talk about the same time the phone number come out, all that shit. He was like, oh, can't wait. Andy sounded like he was building something. He said he ain't done good in his life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Buchanan. Anyway, so we had that pretend or semi-pretend alcoholic phase of Don B, excusing everything, fuck off. Ziggy pretending that was Griff, like some of us wouldn't know better. The shift that happened in breakdown between Griff, BK, Doug, Ziggy, because they had already played rock, paper, scissors over the DCS shit. Putting it out, also the crap. Shit was going down. Ziggy tries to throw it off on Griff. Thing is, some of those numbers are coming back to, you guessed it, Buchanan's area. And that damn well wasn't Griff's voice, though Griff did leave more than a few emails to Ziggy calling her the M-word, everybody else the M-word, all this other bullshit, because he was pissed about other situations. Ziggy wanted everybody hot off the trail, and some of us dumber than fuck. It's like when she oopsied with the fake copy and paste, and only certain ones that like that as well. Ziggy's a dumbass. It's like Ziggy accidentally oopsieing a while back, and being one to know that the state of Tennessee court systems and records had been hacked into, or someone using their job to manipulate certain shit on it, but they couldn't manipulate the Fed's website. And then Ziggy somehow knowing that people were using their jobs wrongly again, can't imagine who, to get things brought back up or made up and put on people's shit and them sort of stuff. Like, what the fuck? Wild time. While her and Ryan had a meltdown about it. Distraction, fuck off, right? Ziggy and Buchanan, they just dark, dirty, and deep motherfuckers. Anyway, so, goddamn it, killer, you know damn good well this ain't just a man. Oh, and let's not forget how Buchanan in that Dobbs interview, he erased, hid, whatever rate. Can't really find it online anymore unless you already have it, and some of us do. And then he makes sure to bring up Green Eyes. You remember when Dobbs also got in the dog was around? He was like, named him Green Eyes. Alright, like creepy dude. Like, did you need to be any creepier? And then he was like, murderer, murderer. Right? Alright, fella. Yeah, it was real helpful, wasn't it, Buchanan and the rest? Yeah, that's just how you should have solved Summer's case, you fucking amazing detectives. Anyway, so the real point and intention and things, the reason they use shit like that in these cases is to hide criminal acts. Law enforcement looks, it's just a nutter, log off, but it's not. It goes far deeper than that. It requires law enforcement or lawyers and others looking further and pulling data. Or having proof and things compiled stuff. Either way, the point is that they use these motherfuckers to say the worst shit, right? Their accounts and otherwise. And they are real voices for the real Green Eyes ish, at least a voice to play it. But that accounts for Jacobs, Johnson, etc. Da 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 da. And several more used, and there were several here, including your creators, logging into those goddamn accounts and contacting, and then you have those that trigger bitch Andy online by texting phone numbers, and this Sarah McDonough, Dawn B. Allen were part of that PG, etc. Tiffany Marie, $500 Brooks, etc. Alright, but the essential function this group uses it for is only to hide criminal acts and what they're doing, and buffers in between, right? And to be able to get by with it, I think, is to have these accounts, no matter who's controlling the time or behind them, say the worst and goddamn god awful shit to anyone on earth. And everyone on earth they want to, right? And it's to elicit responses, right? And at first, those will appear in each and every high-profile active cases. And at first, you're not used to the what they do is they'll be like, I remember one particular moment, Green Eyes under one of the accounts. I don't remember if it was Johnson or Jacobs at the time, and they do have different writing styles as here, but anyway. And they would, even in chat, Stew on shit, right? But, they have a little bit of information, but not all of anything. Enough to make you think they were, and you would correct, you'd be like, oh, you don't know shit then, or whatever else. But it actually confirms something else for them. So it's a way for whoever back there to, and you think you're just dealing with a simple nut job, right angle, going around nothing else. You don't think much about it, but it's not. It's a weapon of these types of crews online, this one in particular. And they quote trigger bitch everybody, right? The Jacobs and Johnson's accounts are some of the worst, nastiest, god awful, goddamn shit you've ever heard about children. especially Summer and her brothers, our own children, others in the area. It was sick. It'd roll your damn stomach and make your soul leave your fucking body. It got even sicker when I realized those like Don Buchanan and others were typing out that shit and like he oopsied did the child porn fanfic in Queen Bee's that night. Right. Yeah, when you got a mind like that, you can easily write shit like a top that. That says something about Buchanan. But then again, when you know him and Benny and the whole neighbor lady, his son, stepson, all that bullshit too, the fried fish grease series of horseshit, and all that crap. I mean, obviously ain't much Buchanan is like. I mean, they're pretty sick fucks. And when you realize also, if anybody displeases Buchanan, he goes around targeting the women and children and following them and all that. And I mean, hell, he stalked even Candace, but as they knew, hell, even Trevor did that. You know, well, everybody stalks everybody around here, I guess. Anyway, Nikita, it's called cancer surgeries, speech disability. You're welcome. I hope you're enlightened and educated now on how not to be an asshole in real life or online. Alright, so once again, moving on. And I do recommend you go get your thyroid or, you know, breast, cervix, get pee, everything in your body, and make sure you're doing cancer checks, alright? Because with stats, man, you you're most likely to have cancer in your lifetime or somebody you know, some variety. And I surely hope when that time occurs for any you or anyone around you that you're not left with permanent disabilities or speech disabilities or struggles, and that assholes like you then go online or real life and torment, terrorize them over. Anyway, have a nice life. Um, so, Killer here knows damn good and well that this ain't just a man. The title's garbage, Killer, and you know it. You know it. Tiffany's fucking ass puppet. And you know what roles you play. Remember, that's when you come about with Cher. You're like, he's green eyes, all that shit, right? Trying to throw us all off at the time, you know, shit, right? Hell, maybe that's where you keep your jaw clenched. I don't know, but either way, this, as I recall, was a call or message, something he left, but I swear it was the Nanas or the PA who fucked around with him too wildly enough, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still does. Several accounts and whatnot, but anyway, it turns out this woman, at least, is from look, it's a wild and winding story, but if you know, you know, and how these true crime creators used it, uh, all of them from McDonough on down, ain't that something? And Don B, who was supposed to be McDonough and Serafina's bitch boy, and it looks like it's been Trevor and Ryan and everybody else since, and Ziggy and Serafina and Fred and Serafina and oh my, whatever the hell else, and now Sloan again, and Ryan's right up the ass. That's peppering out shit in other cases around here, and staging the show, if you will, and also misleading families of the missing and murdered, and law enforcement. Oh, God bless Ryan made up Dubé and the psychics, huh, that Lawson hates so fucking much. No wonder that man always mentions not just social media, but the goddamn psychics. So anyway, and it all goes back to Juanita in the first days, but regardless. So I scanned through, I'm like, what the fuck, right? Are they trying to say that what is the point even bringing this shit up? I don't care. Alright? But and remember Nana, that particular one, not Nana Van Hill, Nana Dirty Dylan Banana, the peg leg variety I hear, and not that bitch, but using the job doing crazy shit, not that Nana. That we'll get back to that in a minute. But the other Nana, she's dead. All right, she helped Emma and all them and certain shit. used one of my Halloween costumes and did De La Muertos outfits to startup propaganda with John Davis, all them. And I ate babies or worship Satan too. They all knew better than anyway. Have them all admitting to it. There was emails coming behind the scenes about all the creators should do it one time to us, etc. They knew it wasn't true anyway. I think that had to do with the Latin stuff as well. That was bullshit they were playing behind the scenes at one time in the back chats and crap. About the time they were mind fucking Andy, making him think I was trying to come up on panels and shit. And was not, or that it was me in back chat. Didn't even have my name spelled right. They knew what they were all doing. But yeah, all that was, I guess, till summer, right? I live it. All your amazing, beloved creators and the best of the best. It was amazing times, guys. It's been years of this shit. So bad, Green Eyes was a great portion of everything, and Green Eyes for a long time, and before us, before we ever public, Green Eyes was terrorizing the shit out of Candace and Dawn. Or playing with them, probably. They're probably like, thank you, Green Eyes. Slush. Hey, the Wells should be more grateful to Buchanan, who they tried to take for fucking order protection, because look at what him and McDonough, I mean, Jesus Christ, on. McDonough was even playing Green Eyes. Shit, he should be your favorite people. Ziggy, Fred, fuck, I don't know. There y'all were just feeding shit. Oh, yeah, you did. Candace was like, fuck Jody Sue, the Green Eyes, remember that? Yeah, alright. Fuck me. No, fuck you. Fucking fuck faces. So anyway, more on that later. So, anyway, Killer knows, y'all know this ain't just a man. And like I said, I believe this is some sort of fucking recording left for or something that was on Nana's Angel or on fucking PAs. One of the others. But this was not to me. Now the voice, or one of them, called me many times. All the stuff from Jacobs and Johnson, I've never put it all out. Most of that was occurring on Facebook, obviously, before I made the leap over here. But a whole hell of a lot of it has never been put out by me, and for good reason. And it's so disgusting it doesn't even need to ever be seen by the public, the shit he's saying. And remember that one in particular took what I believe to be private or gone photos from Facebook thing of a minor shot, and you'll have one of the recent nutters who, while Nana made sure to go to every county sitting down with sheriffs and shit, Trojan horses involved in that, and for reasons after the Rhinestone Cowboy didn't work out for him. While they're all trying to latch on mindfuck the new sheriff coming in, that they're all just out here for summer and such. Nana went and did sit down and saw the sheriffs, I guess, of Dear Trojan horses. Y'all sweet. Anyway, so, that was a thing, and then also they had D over here, has been formulated by our lovely Scott H. Cloning Heights, who's part of the fuck shit from Boswell, AB, Jules, Draw, the lift off marathons with Tiffany, and all the shit, and into summer, all this crap, right? Scott fucking H. Spaghetti pants. No pants, spaghetti. I don't know. Stupid bastard. Anyway, our local little helpful terrorist here. Anyway, who lifted off D, Nature, etc., PA, etc., on the night the WJHL stuff came out in 21. Yeah, as well. Just lifted right out there, didn't he? Scott HP, like, yeah, yeehaw! Crypto, how do I crypto my way to wealth? Instead of eating beans, cornbread. Motherfuckers. So anyway, now, where's that? Beach. Mm. Oh yeah, D over there. Same time, Nana, peg leg Nana, still alive Nana, starts having meet and greets to all sheriffs after the runs. So that boy don't mean, really do it for it. Don't work out real well. Do not get me started on that felony thinks taxes and pay raises and shit actually works and all that. That was sad. Anyway, but she starts sitting in with all the county sheriffs, right? Or supposedly, hell, maybe she was just talking. I love my lunch. It depends on what you think about it. So anyway, I don't know. Like I said, there's a little Trojan horse in there too. Hey, if the about the butt. Anyway, so D at the same time starts making false reports on me to the feds and to local surrounding agencies, right? And then they start pumping out they do that in cycles. No, that's the thing. And it's meant so any cop size or Sierra or detectives or anything will see certain things they've clipped and shit, and it'll make me see them in a certain light or whatever and blah blah and whatever they want seen about me, right? And then to, I guess, try to get me arrested at the end of it, but there's always proof, just like when they did it, that it's false. And that she was being ordered to do all that by Ziggy at the time, clearly. But it ain't just Ziggy now, is it? No, it sure as fuck ain't. And being told to carry on with what she's doing, which at that time also included doxing addresses, mixed up just enough to trade by, and threatening to come blow us way through the fucking door, dozen roses, chocolates, or inciting others to do that. Well, with her amazing career as a convict and inmate down in Florida and such. So yeah, anyway, that's what the fuck's going on. It was not accidental. What they did to other counties, we'll get to that here in a minute, and to federal agencies wasting their time and some Mr. B shit. I had nothing to do with me, man. It was just their bullshit, right? And it's a way of mind fucking or attempting to push or pull Ellie one way or the other, get them to fuck around with us or to waste their damn time. That must be amazing, right? For Summer and her investigation, pulling them off shit like that. I swear to God, Dean, Scott, and everybody else doing that shit and Ziggy directing, it's just really gonna solve Summer's case. Or any of the others, these cops try to take their time away from detectives in order to, follow every leader. And when real people out here really need detectives on their cases and think, man, y'all are just, whoo, y'all about them babies and things, aren't you? The missing, the murdered, real justice. Hell yeah, right? This place is it, huh? Y'all are bastards. Fucking criminal ass bastards. Tampering and fucking with law enforcement, federal agencies, that level is just absolutely batshit insane. Y'all got some meth balls. The crazies are used well in this arena, but not well enough, Nana and crew. Ziggy, Scott. Anyway, so that's just another example of the nut jobs, right? Held on purpose and by creep. Crystal's also one of those, obviously. And you'll notice her cycles are when she thinks detectives, lawyers, courts are looking at her. She'll like extra crispy, toasty, crazy. That way they just think it's a nutter until people turn it off. When she thinks she's in fucking trouble or having to go to one court or the other across the country for the fuck shit she does. Same song and dance, right? Anyway, so the thing is, it gets real sick when you realize these perfectly quote normal motherfuckers, right? Or those who have upstanding reputation. They ain't criminals on paper, the ones back here writing sick ass shit as the Green Eyes characters or using their accounts or like Buchanan. They're out in the fucking community and around you, and this is a shit they're doing online or writing or being able to even type out or think of to even write in the first place. These motherfuckers are predators, dude. They ain't no goddamn detectives. So anyway, here's the deal. Anybody around here for long enough knows goddamn greenhouse terrorizing everybody. It's a trigger bitching thing. The accounts were anyway, Jacobs, Johnson, etc. The rest, the Lone Wolves, the Ravens, whatever, but mostly into the greenhouse shit. Ain't nothing but a trigger bitching thing, an info seeking thing, helping people respond back, not realizing what these are about, like they don't realize what, say, the Emmas and others are and how they work in the family and the missing murder groups, combined with platforms like TikTok, YouTube, etc., to draw families in, to run videos, chat certain ways, like they did in Summers, and in Sebastian's, it's the same group doing the same shit. Obviously, Emma and Ryan joined at one point as well, and so Summers, he did the Layla Hall in add in with that as well. That was all pretty sick. Emma sort of poofed. She always poofs all the evidence, all her bullshit and everything anyway, but it got too noticeable, so those jobs have been given over to others. Jading Adrian takes on to play that we're correct and Ryan, bless him thing. Just gets more eyes on him, helps build up. And here he continues to motherfucking be. Anyway, so, yeah. Alright. Now, Killer here damn well knows, because he had funsies on chairs, being like, oh, she thinks I'm green eyed, she thinks it's blah, 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 blah. Really? I don't know. His speech was much clearer back in the day, wasn't it, Killer? Now he makes sure to clench as he's talking, which is part of the problem. It ain't just a grill, it ain't just this, it ain't that, but whatever, you know. But there are many characters with green eyes, that's all I'm saying. A couple of females creators were logged into those accounts as well. Ziggy had contact. They all knew about all this shit. And don't forget that Don B helped Ziggy launch. And don't forget they all came from the Dougs and the Seraphinas. 6. Ziggy, all these others, they're around the psychic network. They also did dirty work behind the scenes as researchers and shit too for MGL and crew and all these before they were gifted channels to come into Summers, right? Ain't nobody dumb about none of this shit unless you ain't been paying damn close attention or whatever for the duration of this shit or other cases. Thing about it is, a whole lot of y'all watching have for many years prior to Summers and all over. You mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with anybody. But I guess whatever. It's this place is sick. It's sick. Anyway, so we all know this is not just a man. This was not alive, and it really just says while she was alive, back in the gap. I don't know if he's implying the gap down there in the creek or not, but no, bro. And the only reason I could ascertain that he would be mentioning the gap is because that's supposedly where Candace was seen at night or some shit at one point. Right, so I don't know what he's, going with there. I don't care what kind of propaganda this is. Killer, you know better. And this is fully taking advantage of your viewers. And, well, Tiffany's got her hand up your backside. And, well, I mean, hell's anything changed there? But you're at it again. This ain't helpful. You know damn good and well Greenhouse was a thing, a weapon-based group. You know what roles you yourself played in it. The characters, all the accounts, the other creators responsible, and then here you go with the title on me. Bitch, why don't this title say, hey, look at odd one, this character, quotation marks, Green Eyes, and all the rest that link back to McDonough, and Don Buchanan, and Ziggy, and, Killer, right, Killer, and Cher, and all the other bullshit you want to, and PA. But no, 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 no. Here you are for the public, being like Jody, and she was driving the gap, and that. Bitch, we already seen all this shit done back in the day, and I'm gonna let you hear a bit of it. But what we ain't gonna do is this shit again. I ain't being distracted by it, but I just wanted to call it more your propaganda. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. To your viewers, subs, or eyes, I don't care. It's up to them, I guess, if they want to be fucked around by you anymore or not. And by Tiffany Marie and whatever else. I'm not gonna be. I have shit that's more important and pressing and you know uh-huh. And yeah, we ain't gonna do this. And I'm also dear group teams, etc. I'm not distracted or unaware of what's going on here locally or has been. Good try. Also, give no fucks. Quite frankly, just keep your bullshit over the white line the fuck away from us, and I guess the Wells better keep their dirty fingers somewhere fucking else. I don't think that's gonna matter very soon. But that's just me. The fuck do I know? What do I know? Anyway, I can't say I'm not in my feels lately, yo. Alright, so I don't know. But I scan across a few minutes. This is the shit I hear.
Motherfuckers are fucked up. You know what time it is. Time to lock rags, bitches. Ready? Ready? Come on, motherfuckers, you wanna keep stalking me and shit. Where that bitch at in the fucking Dodge? Yup.
And for some context, I know Killer has a local map up, but context is right. Is that whatever call recordings was agreed by Nana's or PA or somebody at the time. Dude was just talking to himself, goddamn meth the fuck out, acting stupid, Looney Tunes. Yeah, gave more, looking attention to the character, etc. Whatever the fuck the thing was. Anyway, it turns out when it was looked into and I was did research, if you listen to the whole thing, he's talking about his own neighbors. Right? I know in here he's talking to somebody else's there, but he's actually talking about his own neighbors as well. And there's a particular house that's there. I mean, there's more to this, but the dude wasn't even talking about here for most of this fucking bullshit. And there was maps and stuff done then. His look at all these things, you know. You just had to be there, or you can go back. Oh wait, they've erased most of the shit linking to all this. But anyway, yeah, whatever. Just some context for you. This whole thing by him. Of course, we're mixed in it. Whatever else is flying through fucking Methtastic's head here, right? Because I do not believe this was supposed to be like a crazy moment. This guy's on some shit. Um. Anyway. But he was talking about his own neighbors. He's being rather racist, etc. I don't know. He was flying high that night, or whenever they did this, or had him up to it, or whatever. I don't know. It was all stupid shit to keep drama going. I guess it would help somehow.
Bitch at in the fucking. Why y'all motherfuckers live in the same fucking house anyway? How many motherfuckers living in that damn house? You and your Korean fuck boy across the street.
And did anybody notice in the very early portion of this had a chatter asking if I was Korean? And just anybody take note of that? Must be a total coincidence, right?
Motherfuckers are fucked up. You know what time it is. Time to lock rags, bitches. Ready?
If y'all don't know what lock and rags is, Google it. But it's often used in prison and gang terms, etc. Da 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 da. I don't know. Whatever. I love how he's all about that time to clock it, whatever it is. Similarities or something.
Ready to lock rags, motherfuckers?
And then I guess Killer decides to put up Aryan Brotherhood, Aryan Nation, Bloods, Crazy White Boys, Crips. You spell Gangster Disciples Outlaws. Serenos. What the fuck? You're a fucking moron, killer. Carry on.
You ready to fucking lock rags, bitch? Lock rags.
Although you could talk to some of your creators who are linked with those hate groups who are helping, I don't know, people move to certain counties, certain laws. This here, Scott H. Slab seem worried about the crypto and the GG thing, certain dirty money funneling to them through South Africa, and this there that was funneling to that particular person and others. Oh, yeah, those hate groups, man. Tell you what, and then they go build a Shangri-La down there. I don't know. Gigi was a goddamn psychic. Scott's like, I love crypto, but also you're crazy, Gigi. Josh's like, oh, fuck her. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's wild that money is funneling through South Africa. That's where one guy comes from, gets here. He's linked with all the political shit, hate groups. Oh, yeah. Proud Boys and such as well. Scamming people. He's pretty notorious for his little Shangri-La villages around the world, but it does link with that South African money, crypto, and movement shit y'all had going to some of the Summer Wells funds throughout all these years, ain't it? Don't get me started on how y'all crisscross these characters and those provocateurs on the ground in politics. Hey guys, AB, AV as well. Y'all got anything to say about all this shit? What do I know though, right? Carrying on. And don't get me started on a bunch of y'all and the major money pushers and the Trojan horses and 40 hours rank who think we don't know who they are. Or even on their local news where things set off and they're always on the racist ass side of shit, right? Don't get me started on Hills in the air either. That dead fucking Nazi, amen. Alright, so anyway, and what she did inside of political shit. No, y'all aren't changing, you little cesspool, anything in the world, are you? It's weird how tiny little specks of nothing and nobody can do some drastic shit about the world. It's terrible. Criminals gonna be criminaling and cleansing and cryptoing and hiding and moving funds all throughout the world that actually elbow shit in the dark, ain't it, fellas? What do y'all used to be crazies? Try to get by with all this shit. I don't know what's in it for you, dears. Alright, carry on.
You better pray they already got y'all motherfucking ass. Y'all better give that girl up, motherfucker. You better give her back. Fucking playing. Ain't motherfucking playing.
Yeah, okay, well, to each his own. I'm glad you love somebody never could take accountability for the drastic harm she did around the world, especially to those most vulnerable and highest to be killed, murdered this there, and then made it worse across America and this there with her particular brand of hate and propaganda. See what propaganda can do, and it did it to millions, not just black Americans, but even Caucasian ones and everybody else in between. Changed our political landscape because of all her shenanigans online under many names. She caused great harm. Her legacy is one of great harm to this damn country, to the world at large, and to many minds and hearts, and the deaths and stats rising for many. So pardon me if I don't love a fucking propaganda pushing Nazi that changed landscapes, justice, freedoms, peace, rights, and the pursuit of for everyone in the landscape and propaganda filled minds across the world, so it's just, I got no love for that type of shit.
I'm ready to go back to prison. Give shit.
Why are you even putting my face up here, killer? The fuck's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Fucking piss nigga, so fuck off.
Is that video from in and around when I was like protesting and shit? I don't really care either.
What month is this?
Oh, but remember the first propaganda out about me is that I was a Nazi. I was with the Klan or something. And you're like, oh no, it's actually, she's, fuck the Klan. Alright? Y'all try hard. You swing both ways and mildly. Uh-huh. Oh, and then don't forget Tiffany and PA's stunt with the no, she's after ice on a video that I was actually going up here to the hill to get ice. Um, Stupid shit. I think Tiffany may have walked off during that particular piece to make her son dinner and conveniently left PA to dog shit to include no bits. I don't remember if that was one or not. Could have been though. You know that one. She does love targeting other grieving mothers, sons, and cancer patients, and the vulnerable and shit. Oh no. And other people's dead. They don't love that, don't they?
It's payback time. What you gonna do? Snipe me again? You gonna fucking shoot me again? Many fucking times y'all do that shit.
I, nobody, I don't know. I don't know about you, dear Russ Creek, or whoever the fuck ever come into contact with any of these motherfuckers that were the voices of Green Eyes, but I didn't shoot anyone. I've never shot anyone in my life, and I was taught better than that shit. Uh, so, and he was talking about, like I said, it sounded like, seemed like this world, about his own damn neighbors, accusing them of shooting. No, I ain't back here, so I don't know. But then he just garbled stuff together to whatever.
Hmm? And one motherfucker I keep dropping to a fucking me. But you motherfuckers. You and your silencer sniper rifle, bitch ass.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, if somebody shot him or something like son bitch, well, like, seriously.
Then you got your bitch do it at a blank range, didn't you? Probably motherfuckers took my motherfucking ticket.
Like, if somebody shot an individual at point blank range with a sniper and with, like, what the fuck? It's just stupid. It's so stupid. So stupid.
Whole ass motherfucking bitches. Smash your shit up, bitch. I'll smash all y'all shit up. Like Incredible motherfucking Hulk motherfuckers. Bring the fucking Hulk out on you fuck ass fuck bitches. Motherfuck them aliens, motherfuck them clowns, motherfuck all this. Fuck all you motherfuckers. You ain't got shit on me, bitches. You see I'm still motherfucking breathing, don't you? Fucking cockroaches. I know what time it is.
And he was always about that time. It's time to do this, time to do that. I don't know. Who else do we know has a time problem? Clock in, motherfucking clown. Anyway, so, if the public finds this type of shit, like, oh my god, like, this is a horror fucking film filled shit, right? Like, he's implying with his masks here on the screen, but imagine being one of us now, this motherfucker or motherfuckers under the accounts saying and doing shit, stealing your child's mostly nude minor photos and shit, spreading them out, saying the worst shit about Summer and her brothers. You wonder if it could be the person's responsible, where this person's located at, all these things at first. Imagine being the one receiving shit like this. And as y'all heard on lives and otherwise, and a whole bunch of shit I've never put out. And the calls and things we were receiving. and messages and shit from the game from this motherfucker. At a certain point, anyway. And others like him and typing as him under many accounts, y'all see there, but um, think you'd be cool with it? Do you think this type of shit is what needs to be done with, around, for, and by these creators in these high profile active cases? Do you not think it? You think the rest of the community hearing and seeing this shit and thinking, oh my god, and the same thing, and then with grandbabies and babies and others in that community not knowing if this is a real and all these things, that it wasn't actually harmful to them or extra security, I mean, is it funny? Was it for summer? Was it really? Did it entertain you all? Did you get your fucking jerk cheeks off on it? I mean, think about it real hard. As Don Buchanan and others going around under these accounts logged into other people's and under their names and shit, and Seraphina playing part and roles in that too, that then Ryan and Don and everybody else following as Buchanan and others, and as follows the Seraphina, you know what I mean, like, and using mentally ill to use their accounts and to do some of this stuff. And Ziggy and Fred and how I played and everything. I mean, do you think Ryan and Jen playing into it and pretending there's something they're not and they were here and in and around just like Six and Zig were long before with the Psychic Crew? Do you think this shit's funny? It's misuse of the mentally ill, for starters. Their accounts potentially getting into trouble. Like you seen PG get that poor guy in the UK, he got his ass beat by the Bobbies over there, man. Y'all were entertained though, right? What the fuck does it matter, huh? But this right here, how would you feel as you listening to this shit? And I'm telling you what you all even seen online, or the sick shit you seen Buchanan typing out oopsie style because he thought he was logged into the greenhouse thing like usual. That day and even that ain't even the sickest shit I seen these accounts type out, or to us, or about our children, or and then you combine that with all these motherfuckers talking about, our kids, people showing up the goddamn yards and nights when people, I guess, were worried or afraid of what was coming on WJH other times, and then our kids, so like kidnapping, feeding the hogs and dogs and puppy dog tails and all that shit. You combine all this goddamn shit with that, man. How would you as a public feel? And do you think any of that was actually done for summer? I'm gonna go with fucking no. And then when you have people monkeying about with it, knowing it's current, like Ziggy and, McDonough and Don Buchanan and all them, I mean, how low they willing to go? How are you gonna use anything for this other than to just, what are you gonna do? Telling yourselves to turn all the shit in you get by a Johnson or a Jacobs, this and you're gonna be like, well, here's the deal, dear detectives and FBI. What we did was we all got in a group and we did all these characters illegally, logged into accounts, misused mentally ill, this shit to try to jiggle shit loose, and then we actually grouped up and planned this and then used federal means communications to enact it. We profited off of it and the torment and terror to Jody Sue and others and the whole community, Don, Candace, Planet, McDonough's and everything. I mean, to acquire Andy, to do all these other things, we did that. And to dox their information through, I don't know, what looks like nut jobs accounts and phone numbers and all that shit, and trigger bitch them in, make them take $500. Yeah, and then you think they're actually able to? No, they're not. They're going to keep digging for any little bits or that green irons or these types of characters are meant to trigger out, etc. And then they're going to go and they're going to try to find something at least legit, like to do with the actual creators or teams themselves, and then they're going to go fuck it up like always. And I do mean fucking always. Every time any of them get anything real, they go about bumble fucking it the fuck up all the way. Because they have no clue what they're doing. They never have. They never will. and they fuck everything up. They tamper and hinder the shit out of it. They fuck it up intentionally. They're just dumbasses. Facts. Facts. But they will never turn to. I mean, the public watches it, and if they don't know the depth, breadth, and scope of it, no. And they never stop to go, how would this, how is it, I mean, I just, and do they care? Anyway, but it's wild, Kelly, that you played a part in a role in all this, and here you are airing this shit out. It's wild, buddy. Sure, come get your ass clown. Tiffany, y'all stop this shit. You false prophets, you. That was funny. It's like the devil told on itself. It spelled prophets, Profit. For such a religious person, you'd think they read a few scriptures and realize prophet is Prophet. Bless her, Lord, for she has done much sinning. For profit.
Made no fucking
I gotta tell you though, all of them pulling the holy wars right now. Like Jesus and them personally are under attack. Like you terrible used car salesman calling artist tent revival fucking by the holy water shit. So it's killing me. Yeah, it's killing me. It's too much. All of them are being attacked personally in some ways of that. Bitch, say all the devil. Oh boy, you know how many recordings I have these motherfuckers making fun of you all out here in the public for buying the bullshit. They don't at least support Trump, Jesus, or the American way. They're laughing all the way to the bank on you, motherfucker. Like, they know what they're doing to you all. And then you're like, I know you talk about Jesus all the time, girl. You really just. Meanwhile, someone's have a court like them being like, fuck that. Like you go back for. Y'all gotta stop letting them use religion and your religion against you to propaganda the hell out of you and make you support them, make you think they're going through this God's attacking and blah blah blah, and people trying to do good because they know, especially in the last 10 years, it's definitely been lifted up quite a bit in politics and in the world. And look at what's happening now. We got bombs and this whole self-fulfilling prophecy of a third world war happening in the Middle East. All this horse shit. Sells real good. Jesus is always under attack. Those believers are, man, this tells those time, but they're using it against you. Please do not allow these critters to continue to do that. It's pretty fucking sick. Real Christians would do no such thing.
time to die, bitches. Maybe I'll find a fucking way to kill me. Find a way to kill me, motherfucker. I'll try every fucking thing there is. Throughout my whole fucking life, I tried every fucking thing in the book, didn't you?
I feel you. I'm still okay. Where you at these days? I don't know. Punk ass little bitches. I love you using all these accounts. Fuck on you.
Bitch made ass motherfuckers. You dropped a motherfucking tree on me.
A tree. Now, would that have been around the time being used to guys somebody threatened? I don't remember. I'd have to put the years together. That was 22, I think. If this was me or something. I don't know. I think Andy was threatening Benny with a tree, probably for the team. I don't know. Keep my distraction. It's wild how Marlena, Fred, and Andy pop up around these cycles, and it's almost like they're working for with the team to distract, cause chaos, do stupid shit. Almost like a and teams. I'm almost like that.
Got Trey on the white horse. Piece of fucking shit.
Do some of the dirty work, I guess.
Drop a tree on my white horse. I ain't stupid.
I don't know. Was that a goddamn Katy Perry song? Something about cherries and white horses or something. I don't know. He's all over here like John, whatever the fuck, verses and stupid shit. Yeah, there's the white horse and the apocalypse thing. I don't know if it sounds scary, and they put religion in there.
Put these hands on you. Show you what these hands do. Some motherfucking Belton Avenue ass motherfuckers wanna do up there in the dead end.
Now, see, he mentioned he pronounced it Belton. That's like, but he said that, and he was talking about the dead end. Right? Dead end, right? He could have meant Belton. He could have meant the dead end on video. Who the fuck knows? What you working with is a bunch of people that have others say if they're nuts or even if they're not. They throw a bunch of shit out like word vomit, see what sticks, see if anybody responds to it, trigger bitch quiet. Comes out going, oh, Belton, I don't know. Stop shit they do, man. About like they were doing behind the scenes and in front of it in chats and through Messenger.
I need to look up your fucking address. Both y'all up in the dead end. One on the left, one on the right. Belton Avenue ass motherfuckers. Little trap.
But see, saying Belton Avenue, right? And like I said in the beginning, there were things that were mapped around all this that actually supposedly had to do with his own neighborhood and shit. And the cemetery there, this there, but I mean, if he's talking about bailiffs and what the fuck's that got to do with us? And that ain't dead end, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Just throw that shit and see what tries to fucking eat back, but I don't know, man. It's like people forget in the very beginning, this place had already started to go pretty hard on the pig farm and all this, and then there towards Bethlehem, but then everything got whisper fucking quiet around there. I'd say because Nana made that go bye bye. Did not want any such. Somebody requested favors from Nana and crew. When you all pretended like it was the first thing that was heard about, known about, or mentioned, or around somewhere online about anything after the searches down there, you're pretty stupid. It is not. It is not. Oops, did I say searches? Anyway, but the search, right? Or visits, what are you gonna call it? But anyway, thing is, they were already gearing for, oh, I know where a hog farm is, I know this, I know that. Or it was online pretty heavy, and I suspect before we were even here, knew about any of it, but it was quieted. Every time I seen it try to pick up, it was quieted. I know we were asked about it, but I'm like, hell no, man. But everybody acting like, oh my god, this is new, why this, why that? And the creators even acting like, so no, I just mind fucking y'all again. It was not the first time Van Hill or others on or anything else were mentioned or hog farms. But it was quieted. And it seemed I was making sure it stayed quiet and stuff with the friends of Van Hill. Like Nina. so the public's no more aware. Uh, that than they are most things hidden, quieted, etc.
Thousand motherfuckers. What is that? 110, 111, Belton Avenue, Greer, South Carolina. Which one is that? Look it up.
And so he said Belton, Greer Avenue, South Carolina. See, this is a shit, right?
Ten motherfuckers know where the dead end is. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. I'll process the data. And I'll see y'all in rep school.
What is this? I don't know.
They're gonna be sorry they were ever born. All of them. Trying to kill me, but I never die. How many cannons that they don't?
Okay, I don't know.
And none of these motherfuckers ride on you motherfuckers and you don't give it up. Bitch paid motherfuckers. Many fucking paint jobs can you afford during the fucking pandemic?
See, I ain't got nothing to do with nobody I know of in and around being like nobody's painting their shit during the pandemic. Right? Like I said, it's cross separatist. It's somebody's own fucking there, whatever. I don't know they were throwing in there. But Nana and PA on throughout the years, which is motherfucker, it's gross. If you know the whole thing, you know, right? It's evil. It's very criminal. If you know quite a few of the aspects of it. Um, at first you do, like with me, it's like, who's this fucking nut job, But then you have these things happen fairly quickly. You discern something like, as it seems. Monster and the public are one of the. Well, that dude's the only one I've seen fall for this shit. We tried to warn him about this motherfucker. He thought we actually meant keys. Which is how Tiffany Marie got a beat on him just wanting money and made sure that shit. And what Big Eyes and Brooks were involved in that fuck shit. Because Tiffany Marie, like the bitch, at least once told you that's all he was here for, and he was screaming about wanting money and fuck Summer. She heard it herself, we've all heard it. Some of us hold recordings of it even recently, though he's up here recently fake crying for Summer and other children. You can clearly see he's aiming and targeting because he's pissed off using online to do it, much like a bunch of these fucking characters in here. And he's still using it. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I'd attempt to dox particular things those kids or otherwise would be in if you were all about. No, baby, leave you my and I'm just driving, but I'm getting ready to try to set you your mother for stalking. That was actually me. Ah, you're right. See you, motherfucker. So sick of this shit. All y'all sick for this shit. I wonder where I still every morning it's like, is that condoned in like the company handbook? You can just have Ernie Shell on there. You can live stream from there, target your victims, survivors again, lie your ass off, try to set people up, do fuck shit like you've been in from certain gas stations the whole goddamn time, getting information on the community, hearing whispers, selling it off to creators, putting other people in harm's way, using that job for exactly that, trading off shit under the table to get info in and back and forth, man. Love to tell you some of the still have recordings of that, but I don't know. Anyway, it's wild, really. And if people in the area admitting that, because they just like me better that way. Gotta ask though. I just want to wonder. And like I showed you, liar, liar. His pants are on fire again. Douchebag. Alright, anyway. So I don't know what the fuck you're up to here, killer. Stop this. Knock it off. This was not a live stream, and I was not in the gap. I don't know what you're doing with this. I guess everybody can clock in for your next fucking propaganda shit. I guess you need it or something. I don't know, dude. But you do know that this character is the creator weapon in these high profile active cases. You know, because you're rolling it, you know exactly which creators are responsible for using, misusing, doing this shit in a federal law violating way, killer, and you're here pumping out more propaganda to your audience, making things just some man, and you're attributing my name and likeness to it, and honestly, even though this was being done to us by these creators, and you were fully and absolutely aware of it, killers. So now it begs the question, why are you doing this to your own audience and subs and shit, and making them think this is part of the case when it's actually something that was made up, formulated, used, mentally ill used in it, their accounts used in it by, for, and with the creators you actually sit with? Killer. You ain't telling the truth, and you goddamn well know it. Why are you doing this? No, my name again. I need you to get your shit together and behave and stop misleading your subs and members in the world in public and putting out propaganda on us. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with this, but you need to have some talks with some folks, including yourself. I need you to sit down with Jesus and a fucking mirror, dude. Alright? Whatever you want to do, I don't care. Sit down with Satan. Any conversation with anything about this shit. This is goofy, and here, let me let you in on something, alright? I don't know if people change shit around here, but I did find this little tip out earlier. Just quickie, really. Um, I was listening to some of the first cycles of propaganda being pumped out by Nana's Dead Angels here, and the brandies and the brookies and all those that come from Doug's and propaganda cycles. Emma was real big over Nana at the time. John Davis, Josh, the rest, pumping out horse shit, having her doing it. Audrey B, I believe, of the real DCS, Guardian Ad Litem shit, that used her job to get information for gambling illegally. The center tormented misuse services like the branch house here in Sullivan County. Others tamper with shit right along with them. Also, places where the boys were at, getting info, all this, like Minnie doing the Gavel Squad and others like that online, and true crime groups hidden behind the scenes are misusing and illegally using their jobs, like Nana's, Yennefer's, that type of shit, to do certain really foul shit. And anyway, so Nana happened to be an outlet for quite a bit of this, and such with all the groups. So anyway, this. Hello, Miss Cristola. Mike told me he was like. And don't forget, they're all advocates, including Nana at one point, right? Nana's Angels here. But they all agreed, and she hid that shit on Don B for a while, where he was supposedly terrorizing his own family, which I do not doubt, and pretending to be drunk for audiences while threatening all of us. They hid that, and him threatening the public with killing them as well, right? I think that was one of my intro vids or whatever for a while, with his little prop cup of alcohol, but they hid it. Sounds like an advocate to me. I'll go watch it. It's a word. Wanted it hidden for his benefit because you don't want his poor little reputation. I mean, it's just gross what you people do around here. Anyway, Don Beast. I'm gonna rewind a bit. Right. But I still say some of the things that he said in that phone call, he knows more about what's going on than we all think. Right. What? I can't hear it for some reason. Now, Nana was trying to play a video of me from one of my live streams where Green Eyes had called in. Or called me, and I put portions of that while I'm on there and went in and out. And there was a couple of those. But nobody could hear it. She did something wrong. I can't hear it for some reason.
Okay. You can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
I couldn't either.
Huh. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is then. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just talk for a few minutes. I'll figure out how to fix it, and then we'll play it again.
Okay.
But everybody else heard on the video that I put out.
You talk about a mind fuck, y'all. Y'all want, like, think about this. I need you to think about this. Ain't it wild how I speak here on my own lives? Or when I spoke on Facebook? Now, at first, I got everybody to understand me. Some do have trouble. I understand it, to a degree. But eventually, Tiffany Marie built up the other angel, Angel fucks too fast, that bitch, to interpret me and decipher and do all that shit. Mind fucked the entire public into thinking I was not understandable. It's whatever creator was going, you can't understand her unless we're enhancing audio, or we're doing this or doing that, or we'll get the manuscripts and we'll tell you about it, which makes zero sense. You want to hear someone's vocal tones, watch them this air in order to be able to understand, because it's different. But no. And they started pulling views. That's what it was intended to do. That was the intention. And that way they could control the narratives and context and everything else around us and clip this, clip that, do whatever, same shit, different day. But wasn't it always wild, and isn't it still, how they'll tell you I'm not understandable and mush mouth this or to go back to one of the trolling comments earlier. And I get some days and moments I am, or I'll go up and down and on, whatever. I get that, okay? But what you also had happening back in the day is they played a lot of audio tricks as well. They still do it. They'll slow it down. They'll go up and down, even when on panels. That's why you see me what seems like yell over them often. It's because they'll lower the volume and increase, lower and increase it. And they will also do kinds of fuck shit. You just have to know. Little crinkle shit. It was really bad back in the day. But that way they couldn't do that and then clip me like, oh, what'd she say, all this other shit. And Lord, they did that with Buddy. But yeah, it was always wild though how even I'd shown y'all and have throughout the years how my live matches up with some of the pieces they're playing on their lives, and people are like, oh my god, I'm glad you did this. So and so or TM or blah blah, and the bit we've always been understanding, or Gavel or one. We can just tell you, and Chasing did it too. Oh, I'm good at deciphering Jody and hearing her and telling you, and they'd stop, even though it was clearly audible, they'd stop playing a piece and they would tell you what I was saying. But even others were like, no, girl, you were clearly absolutely understandable. It's a way of mind fucking people in real time. But ain't it weird that they will still play my lives or what I say every morning? Do you think Michelle Walks has time in the 5 minutes she's watching her, somebody sent her clip to change the audio or all that? You know what I'm saying? Or to enhance it or spend time doing it before her clip? Hell no. They do not. So it's weird. I can take my pieces and y'all can hear me magically on their YouTube channels. Talking about one hell of a public fuck, huh? And they'll tell you they can't understand me, but they could understand, what was that one chick? And that War Eagle, all these others, Killer himself, others like that, Queen Bee, many others. You can understand them just fine, huh? Ain't that something? Every day they play my pieces. Half of those wake up and do it bright and early in the morning like Michelle. You think she's really transforming my pieces? While they pump out the propaganda that I'm intoxicated on this and that, whatever throughout the years too, and not understandable, and they have to translate or they have to mess with audio. Years of that. It worked to a degree. Nobody ever thinks about it much. how much damage they've done to you all as viewers and shit too with their propaganda and how easy it's for Emily's. Um. Anyway, so this.
Heard those conversations, correct?
Yeah. I've heard the one about the Subaru from somebody else, you know, about that was a payment for summer. I've heard that somewhere else. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that.
Well, oh, by the way, just for anybody that didn't read the comments, Emma got a hold of me earlier, and she said that she saw that complete photo before one of the creators cut the head off. And that is Hunter. That is Hunter in that picture.
Yeah, and I mean that in itself, even Tennessee, like you're not allowed to just take pictures, mind it, also shit, do whatever the fuck, especially under age 70, all this crap. I'll just do it, whatever, but anyway, the point is, like, that shit right there. Yeah, that Emma. Also, the Emma, the grandest text and shit like that, too, Emma. You know, and don't get me started on the roles that players in the UK and others play inside this true crime arena because they're harder to touch civilly and legally and shit, and how they'll do certain parts of this, parts of that. It's part of Michelle's function, too. Anyway, like I said at the beginning, so I'm trying to be on here all night, so. But yeah, that Emma. The fuckery, the mass fuckery until shit got too close. Then she yeeted off everything. Reigns have been handed over to other triggers. Smiley was definitely a big portion of the pull in and the running larger chats on Chris and Sebastian's and all that instead of just Emma. Emma played with Ryan there at last to help him pull in Holly and Layla's do fuck shit that they knew couldn't possibly be in the realms of fucking reality with Summer pink outfit at one particular place there. It's pretty disgusting. It still is.
No, it's not Andy. Although that's what Crazy Eyes tried to say it was.
Right.
But I still say some of the things.
See, it's what Crazy Eyes is trying to say. As angry now.
That he said in that phone call, he knows more about what's going on than we all think.
Right. I agree.
Brookie, what? When did you get involved in?
Mind you, Nana's Angels behind the scenes, more than a few other creators, Trojan Horses, players in this group, they were all calling back and forth that one of the voices was actually contacting them. Da 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 da. It was to heighten all this shit, drama, entertainment, da da da. Keep it going. Make it a mystery thing, entertainment thing, money making venture, whatever the fuck. All the things, right? And, it's just whatever. A lot of these goddamn creators are also dumber than fucking coal buckets. And they really believe they're on YouTube, and these big ass creators comparatively and compared to them are their buddies and this, and they're helping them build channels and this. And they really have these dumbasses buying and believing these are just some characters too, and they don't even realize how they're being used to propel it, help it along. They really think it's a mystery person or this or that or someone involved, and the creators, the ones that need to know, are the ones in on it, and they're using dipshits like that and others, to, fester it, if you will, and grow it. It's the danger of, I don't know, letting these motherfuckers get their hands on you and helping you grow a channel and, acting like your friends, weirdo. You ever notice most of these, I mean, some have passed away, obviously, but most of these, it's like John Doe's on at certain points after they helped on shit, they were just away, nobody had anything to do with them, whatever. They go down, they eventually go off on their own. A lot have been blackmailed, screwed with, had propaganda put out, threatened in the background, and started to go the fuck away because they did find out what these critters are using them for, how they're using them, and what they were doing in Summer's case, and Sebastian's, Layla Holland's, everybody else's. They want no part of it, but this place needs them afraid that their own lives will be destroyed by the same methods they used to destroy these cases and everybody around them, and usually get away with it, and they want no part of it. And so they just go bye bye and they go down quietly, you know.
This case.
I just
And now there are some like Zegan and they do dirty work in the background for years. Others, or like Granny and Nonsense, all in the foodie beauty community, whatever the fuck, tormentors. They all came about to go in Sebastian's. They were gifted the channels and made channels as preferred pick me's in the background to go into new, because they need new names, new creators, it looks like, to come into these new cases, because they can't keep just the same mids that do the dirtiest work and the distraction shit. So they always do that as well. But then there are others who really do care about these quote cases, real missing and murdered individuals. They think these people are actually good people, as in some of the creators. They find out rather quickly they're not. So if ever you think you're one of those, what's going to happen to you is you're going to be built up, and all these big ones you admire are going to use the shit out of you and leave you holding the criminal bags for all their bullshit, dear ladies and gents. And they're going to be blackmailed, your life destroyed, your kids targeted, the same thing you helped do to everybody else around these cases. And you're going to get terrified and you're going to be a punk ass bitch and you won't turn them in. And you'll hide in the fucking darkness. You won't admit what the fuck you've done, knowingly or not, and turn all these motherfuckers in. So that real justice can take place and this type of shit online will stop. And we'll go back to maybe some semblance of real journalists, pressers, law enforcement releases, and nowhere near this extreme interference inside of ongoing high profile cases that affect real lives, real victims, where real missing and murdered individuals matter the most. Be cowards if you like, but don't find yourself one of these. Just saying.
following it since day one.
What do you
But
know
I've like
about
been like
Greenhouse?
mainly on like Doug's and stuff. So
Right.
You hear that?
Than we all think.
right, I agree.
Brookie, what? When did you get involved in this case?
I've been following it since day one.
What do you
But
know
I've
about
like been like
Greenhouse?
mainly on like Doug's and stuff. So
Oh, on Doug's and stuff. Oh my goodness. No way. Wait for it.
Right. What do you know about Jody Sue and Green Eyes or Daryl or whatever his damn name is?
I mean, I know that he posted on Don Will's Facebook a while back some really weird stuff, and
He was in their messengers, on their phones too. He was around the community. Wasn't just him, sugars. I'm not going to go back through his whole life or 3 years of it. If you get it, you get it. We also, all of us were not the only ones contacted, obviously, by these characters using that. It's about like a goddamn dirty, crazy version of I See You, ain't it? And those like her, yeah, they get around. All right. Anyway, carry on. Salty seas, you just never know.
by the way they talk, it sounds like he either was a buyer and she was a supplier to him. By the way they talk, like the newer, like the ones that I just recently just posted, they sound closer than yeah.
No. I don't know none of these motherfuckers. It didn't then, don't now. And the propaganda, you see, originally, oh well, I think they're blah blah, and trying to ties it, bitch, please. I think everybody knows better. You see the propaganda put out on us from the beginning, and shit. And here's this bitch saying wild shit like, I think they had ties, think he was a dealer, she was a dealer, something to each other, and all this. And blah, blah. What the fuck? You know? Yeah. No, it's called propaganda with Emma and crew. This particular group, like even Coop and others, not law enforcement in each of these cases calls out. You know, the well combined and fuck the psychics crew. You know that one. Now is pick some people, some neighbors, witnesses, some truck guys, some Jeremys, some babysitters, innocent business owners, special needs, patients, cancer patients, elderly, dying, hospice, whatever. And they just attack the fuck out of them. Every case, high seas drama, right? So, oh, and don't forget all the innocent kids in all the neighborhoods, including Sebastian's. Jesus.
Well, I had heard that he actually lived with Andy and Jody Sue at one point.
What propaganda? Some point, crazy ass great. He lived with us, man. He lived with us. I tell you what, years of this shit, right, Killer and crew? McDo! Non Buchanan, Ziggy, Sarah fucking Fina, Emma. Yeah, kitty. All right.
The way he says some stuff, I wouldn't put it past it.
What, Brandy?
No,
I would love.
That's interesting if that's true, but everybody knows that's true. What the fuck? Right, but wait for it.
To find out who he is.
yeah, definitely. He's inserting himself into the case almost,
But the thing about it is,
And it's always wild hearing y'all say that shit, right? I don't know none of you motherfuckers from Adam's House Cat. I don't know fucking Green Eyes or him. I don't know fucking Buchanan. I'll be like, everybody uncertain. And then they'll call people like Green Eyes uncertain. But Green Eyes is, but the many versions and people playing it, obviously, but it's a weapon. It's a thing. It's a, whatever. We've been through that. But y'all are always there telling everybody, even that live here, that know Summer, and all these things that they're insane. Meanwhile, none of us know you from shit from Shinola. We don't know who the fuck you people are. Being all judgy, being stupid, putting out fucking propaganda, lying your asses off, being absolutely some low IQ some bitches, saying the damnedest things, you fucking nut jobs threatening to kill us through doors, doxing our asses, making false reports, hoaxes, wasting time, Summer's time, namely, Sebastian's, Layla's, Holland's, all the regular cases that'd be worked. We don't know you motherfuckers. You inserted and are still inserted upon all of us, our lives. Nobody fucking invited you bastards in. You're the inserters, motherfuckers. We live here. We know Summer. We know each other. I think that puts us somewhere else. But, above y'all, ain't nobody inserting. And let's be clear here. You literally, with Tiffany and Fustos and the MGL and McDonough crew, the Trevors, the this, the that's, the others, the big guys, the pennies, the Scott fucking H's, that Boswell's fucking army that was already formed with AB, Jules of, Webb, Sluice, etc., and McDonough's motherfuckery with the Jamie Wilsons and shit that hit harder than hell in Summers instantaneously and been fucking with all of us. You son of a bitches are the inserters. Now, mind you, though, Scott and them do have local ties. Obviously, you have those like 423 Chase, KN, all these other motherfuckers, Don't get me started. But the lenders, remember those inserted little bitches, but they really got some dirt hide. The Jennifers, the Nanas / Kimberly Peglegs, all that shit, there's a problem here. There's a real motherfucking problem with this team and these motherfuckers crawling their asses in certain places instantly at first night and doing this fuck shit ever since. And there are some real goddamn connections there. And I have some real goddamn questions, especially where it concerns real predatory cycles throughout Ben Hill and other areas during certain time periods that some of us have fucking receipts on. Anyway, and real knowledge on. But yeah, call us the goddamn inserters, I guess, right? As in the rest of us being, what the fuck is wrong with the public? Bitch, we were hunted down. We've proven that. Tiffany didn't like that. The crew don't like that. The Ziggies, the Dougs, the McDonoughs, goddamn everything else, Now, there were a few in that Boswell group, obviously, locals that have helped this group stalk all of us, but hell, they got more dirty hands in the drug shit. more to hide and connected to more murders and unsolved than anybody motherfucking else. And then here they are playing Slimmers too and fucking adults. Well, fuck those locals. I ain't got, fuck y'all. Anyway, doing some dirt with this group. Hell no. And in Boswell's too, that's fucked. And others, I guess they let all in, because y'all all there, of course. Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, you are. So, anyway. But this shit, it's always wild seeing public. This person, they're calling another creator an inserter, or another person like Doug Cement. Inserters. What the fuck are you three up there on this? Like, what? Who are you, dear public? Who are you, all of you creators? For the most part. I mean, really. So it's always wild for me hearing that shit. Most of us, actually. What the fuck are these assholes on? Even the rest of the community is like, what the hell are they talking about? Ain't nobody inserted other than them motherfuckers. Everybody else was hunted the fuck down and acquired by this goddamn group. Same tricks, shenanigans, and mindfuckery, manipulation, psychological, emotional, and the criminal shit used to do it with, including characters like Greenhouse, which is absolutely his creators, and those like Seraphina and others, and McDonough himself in on it. And they do it in every case, so I don't know what to tell you. But no, bitches. Everybody else was hunted the fuck down, acquired, payments put on us for the creators if they could acquire us or get influence and shit like Tiffany was given by MGL with food toast only and back there playing fake fat. I just can't with you. If you know the drill, you know the drill, you know the story. Anyway, listen to this shit.
He's been doing it literally since day one.
Right. I wonder if,
I mean,
he's been I wonder if he's been interviewed by by law enforcement. I'm wondering.
I don't know, but during our talks, he, as a matter of fact, told me he was like,
he's been doing it since day one, way before the public knew about this show. So that sort of doesn't make sense to earlier statements and propaganda put out by these three inserted bitches. It's weird, this strange tool bag of McDonald's and crew equals searchers. But anyway, it's weird, this fucking dirty, filthy little tool bag filled with all these criminals, violating, I don't know. They took wrenches away from, after certain people started being, wait a minute. They all got Maddies. Anyway,
Don B's 10th sub. And he was going by Green Eyes back then.
Oh dear, he was whose 10th sub? 10th, 10, number 10. And he was already going by Green Eyes. And Don B helped build up and pop up Ziggy and vice versa. Oh no. And Don B was heavily associated with Seraphina, following all her pins. He was supposed to be the pick-me for McDonough as well, but that didn't work out real well. Just like it didn't for Doug, because shit got caught up too fast. It's like 6 up being thrown out of the group before they come here and getting mad. And that's what this real war's about. No shit, and Jiffy do, Jiffy don't. It's about like Lockdown being thrown out of the crew too right before he hit ground, but then pretending he's not a tragedy pimp, but he's still clearly a tragedy pimp. And same crew, you mean like that shit. But anyway, so the real story's behind it all, you just had to be there. Anyway, yeah, he was, Green Eyes was whose 10th sub? Don Buchanan. Don Buchanan, who came out pretending he was living there, he was, whatever. That dude really argued with me about a train going through Beach Creek. Scott H. him, I don't know. Way back. Anyway, yeah. Strange, ain't it? Green Eyes. Don Buchanan. McDonough. Sleight of hand. Ziggy. Griff. Benny. Doug. These bitches are what? Doug. Oh dear. Oh dear. Shit gets deep. Ziggy was where? Doug. Ziggy was where Serafina. Ryan, Jen were Serafina. All of them are Serafina. Juanita's. And, what's her name? They're popping up again right now. And also make note, Ziggy's trying to lift one, Serafina up again the other day. Coincidence? I think motherfucking not. Don't forget Ryan and Serafina's mutual fuckery in and around Fred. Also, and then the jail and the wooden barrel stunts too. And then it got caught. Ryan got caught there being whole ass fraud, honestly. And Seraphine playing Ziggy and all that. But it's a weird world, isn't it? Ugh, and boy, let me tell you, Don B and Ziggy, they just go way back. Ziggy, you remember sending me that where Don B was like, please ask her if she'll do an interview and here's my number. And I remember that for your buddy. I do. About like your slave, fake copy and paste. About like you having too much knowledge of whoever hacked or was using their job to change records inside of the state of Tennessee and Sullivan County fucking shit. But couldn't change Feb's website. Felt like he had too much knowledge of whatever dirty motherfucker was using their jobs illegally. This time to add shit back, huh? Well, and then you directed D to continue the bullshit, and then I had sit downs and Trojan horses involved. And D starts filing false police reports with the feds and detectives and putting out the propaganda serials to see. It's about like a shasty ass side ass trick about like eighth he pulled with courts here too in certain counties. It's mindfuckery of what is intended to be judges, detectives, AGs, and bails, you know. Loser ass shit is what it is by a true crime group of criminals criminaling. I guess it's all for summer, right, guys? Sounds batshit, but it's true. What y'all doing, what you been doing, what you continue to do. One day I'd really hate to be you motherfuckers.
Oh, really?
He, as a matter of fact, told me he was like Don B's 10th sub. And he was going by Green Eyes back then.
Oh, really?
And see, these creators, they're just talking to these voices of. But it's weird when you go on down the line and Dobbs and the hidden shit, all that crap. Don Buchanan did. Don Buchanan calling Eddie McDonough, sleight of hand, the dates, times, PG drop, PG slip up, going that was Don B, it dropped the number. All the shenanigans, the Green Eyes character starting to terrorize Andy, Tiffany Marie, Brooks, and all that shit. Well, what Big Eyes, all these things happening. Yeah. Totally not connected. Ziggy trying to throw her off the trail like usual. It's like when shit was actually being hacked, and Ziggy's like, my channel's being hacked, that's right. Yeah, when they do that. Or like when PA does that, that's usually a 10-10 notice that they're actually up to it, know who people are. And then they hope that if anybody else starts who's actually being hacked or fucked with, saying something, that then it'll make everybody just look like they're copycatting or entertainment purposes, but that's not true. They know what the fuck's up, right? So look here, look there, stunt. Anyway.
Yeah.
And like I said, that Don Buchanan had even Jackie Dobbs playing that Green Eyes shit. Ain't that something? And he made sure Dobbs was doing that. Ain't that something? And then Dobbs there fucking around. Mr. Weirdo shows up to buy property, but already super involved in the true crime community and sharing all kinds of photos of all the little missing children. That only for a property that seemed to be advertised out of state, as is how it is, sight unseen. Odds of that. Anyway, but hey, actually, man, everybody thinks it's so far away, but really, dude, it was only like 3 or 4 hours. Wouldn't take long for others to get here. Somebody pissed off next day. What? But that's not here and there. Never mind. We were told he was checked. It's cool. Who knows? Anyway, but that weirdo motherfucker, being all hee green eyes, like he was, nah, in on a joke. Don Buchanan be like, Dobbs is mentioning green eyes. And then for Dobbs to be like, murderer, murderer. Well, also line his ass off. Yep. Shit that I can promise you he's lying about, that even the officers present on the 14th know he's lying his ass off about on here. About, so. I don't know what to tell you. It was fucking weird. Pegged him pretty quickly for being a fucking weirdo. You just see. I didn't assume he's any more than an older, abusive bastard. Had problems with women, that type of shit. I mean, you don't go around telling people your wife stabbed you for no reason, bro. And offering out military service ads, but not doing that when police arrive. Real strange. Masks falling off. What do you mean? What's my number? Fucking freak bag. His weird ass way of talking to women or seeing them last night. Man, when you can see motherfuckers like you see it, doesn't mean he's guilty of anything or anything. No. But ain't no tales to tell here. But apparently he was in his feels about it. But the Buchanan had him playing that green eye shit like it was cuties, and his little hint wink that he was, and all that shit. As they were trying to throw off of what, who, and where green eye, and what it was, what it truly is, and how all of them were involved in it, from McDonough to Buchanan and all the rest, and Killer here, and Cher built up Killer, just like she helped build up Deception when he came back out, being a whole ass fraud, and he hadn't been here the whole time. I caught him at that. He slipped, and I knew he'd already been here, but he slipped on one. He erased that one. Ziggy and Cher also built up Ryan at the same time under the pretenses of he was new here. He was not. He was fucking around with all of us for years prior to that. Him and Jim both, and they do come from a psychic community that's, so. You want to keep eating their horse shit, including Killer's here, you be my guest. But Killer, you know the goddamn truth. And you and Cher had many teehees on the green eyes, just like y'all did on that handwriting and shit. Blah, blah, she probably wrote it herself. Patsy Ramsey, yeah, we all know better with that character. Characters, too. The Feathers, the Heathers, the real break-ins that occurred, the fuckery, Benny intentionally calling police departments, all these other careers swearing I swore it was them breaking in personally to make us look certainly so police wouldn't believe us about break-ins. But unfortunately for them, others were here and absolutely witnessed it, and we were not. So, I don't know, they didn't expect that. Then you have Becca and Andy playing that with, and Penny with the pink shorts. On Becca's ass that day at court and all so shit when they knew we'd be gone. And I think she's trying to blame Becca. But the person that broke him and took shit was wearing pink shorts. Whatever, anyway. Bad wigs, that type of shit. I don't know who else is known for that. Took shit that didn't make sense. It's fine. But anyway, that's the type of shit, right? When Biddy and them made those calls falsely, it was to make me look crazy or like break-ins hadn't really occurred. They really did fucking occur. And unfortunately for those dumbasses, they took what they thought was camera because I showed on what they thought that was. And it would think they didn't. No, they fucked up. They're dummies. It's fine. But hey, maybe it was to match the box Monster stole off of me at 125 before he left there. I didn't notice. To go with his beautiful camera systems and his parents, you'd think he would have been able to show me on all your quote stalking him, but he ain't, because ain't nobody gives a fuck enough to actually stalk him. Well, he was actually one of those years stalking us for him with this group, and otherwise I'm because, well, else I can't let it go, and he never will. Right. But yeah, maybe he needed that camera to go with the box he already took. It was up on video. Anyway, to watch the cats and his parents, of course. Fucking break, dude. No, Tennessee wasn't included in that. Whatever, freak bags, crazy people, abusive men. I'm just over it. Goddamn, you true crime bag of criminal bastards. Anyway,
He definitely knows some stuff, that's for sure.
Hello, John Davis. We see you. Hello, Miss Cristola.
anyway, so I rest my case there. I'm not playing more shit. I know there are a few pieces up somewhere on there with all the motherfuckers that you yelling, and some green eye shit occurred over there. She had some of it, PA had some of it, all this crap. But when you realize how all these creators were playing in it, including heavily PA and McDonough, Don Buchanan, what roles were, why Don Buchanan was over writing child porn fanfic of the nastiest, grossest variety, including Bees, because he thought he was actually logged into the Greenhouse accounts time / the real accounts of Jacobs and all these others, and the Ravens and all the shit that were going around at the time, which is stupid and goofy at best. Well, you start to get a beating lead on it. Anyway, here we are, still doing the crazies, and people being like, oh, it's just crazy under the name of D or nature. But they're not really doing it. Yeah, they are. And they're doing it with and for a group, and they have very recently done it, threatening us with harm, death, and inciting it, just like even Jenny, Adrian, and the rest have murdered all the way down. Piper, the group, false calls, false hoaxes, attempting to take custody of littles and other things that are false pretenses, manufactured shit, crazy shit. Anything they can do to insert, terrorize, torment, destroy shit, and get their hands on shit and people and the craziest shit, right? Throughout all these years. But they don't know what they're doing. Ain't nobody lying, ain't no tales telling, ain't nobody fucking crazy here. Once you know, you know. But very recently, to have them still being directed by Ziggy and him, just like Ziggy and Fake Fed and Ziggy and Green Eyes and Ziggy and Doug and Ziggy and Don B and Ziggy and this and Ziggy and the Nanas and Ziggy and the Ryans and Ziggy and Cher and all these build-ups, yeehaws off and all this shit by her directing D as that shit was done, and as Nana's making sure to make her walk amongst all the sheriffs. That was not unintentional, and that is not just a ooh, she's crazy, turn it off. They're fucking with real law enforcement, real detectives, our real lives, obviously, and they're the ones actually threatening us with harm, inciting violence or murder towards us. It's pretty crazy, but that's what they bank on, folks. And there are many involved in it. Never think a nut's just a nut around here. Anyway.
Hello, everybody that I did not say hello to really since day one.
Right. So he's inserting himself into the case almost, you know.
But the thing about it is he's been doing it literally since day one.
Right. I wonder if, I wonder if he's been interviewed by by law enforcement.
And you know how stupid of a bitch that sounds like, or how stupid that is in general. I wonder if these characters have been looked into by law enforcement, federal agencies, when they are inserting, going around doing and saying the craziest shit to people in and around an open and active case. Maybe. Y'all stupid. Anyway, maybe not all of them that need to be. Not all of them need to be jerked up in fucking cuffs for doing this shit. Violating federal law, international law, all these things. And for their partness as an organized group doing it via federal means of communication and harassing and terrorizing and putting out bullshit and misleading, fucking around with even law enforcement detectives. Hopefully that'll happen at some point, but
I'm wondering.
I don't know, but during our talks, he, as a matter of fact, told me he was like Don B's 10th sub. And he was going by Green Eyes back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He definitely knows some stuff, that's for sure.
Hello?
Anyway, rest my case. But I've got a quick note to make here for reasons. Speaking of Serafina, pins on maps that Don Buchanan and Ryan, Made Up Dubay and others have done. And over and over, incessantly, redundantly, same places, same parks, same people, potato sack races, Eastman hand symbols, rolling hills, pins that Serafina put on maps based on our deceased loved ones and everything else, because she's a gross ass whiskey fucking guzzling whore bag. And about as useless as one. Yeah, it's fun. If you get it, you get it. Let me see here. Yep. All right. So 2 days ago,
specifically work on the relationship between our criminal investigation. The Scott County Sheriff's Office.
Sullivan County held a news conference.
I'll have Sheriff Jeff.
Now I gotta tell you, since all these motherfuckers, including Tiffany, Justin's first one to dox loved ones, Serafina put her goddamn pin on the map. Certain things or whatever, right? It's pretty foul. And then we had another family member pass that got even more foul. Tiffany Marie allowed PA to do all these other things, throughout. But Ryan, especially when he had a hard dick for trying to get on 125's property, he went ahead and targeted us, even with orders of protection in place for and with Andy. And that's how he won his little golden ticket the fuck up there that was still pointed at me and the kids and all shit. Had nothing really to do with Summer, right? And he just wanted to be the first one to do this there, but locked down them trespass prior. They'd also done a fake bullshit scream test. It's whatever about the likes of, chasing Jenny and Adrian during another, Benny's got a fake suitcase packed. I hope they think this was on the ground. Well, actually, $6 are coming. Theatric like you're seeing now with the McCoys, and then obviously other things, right? Upcoming things, I assume. I don't care. But anyway, that's what Ryan did, right? Ryan and Jen, with her magical goddamn sudden appearing of spirits, decided to target the fuck out of me and my family. Tiffany'd already given my goddamn mama a heart attack and shit with. She loves attacking grieving mothers of sons of Valoma, my mom, others, and setting hard into, all that shit. She loves it. Loves it. For years, she loves it. Cancer patients, too. She loves scamming St. Jude as well, with him, Jill, and them laying that all off on others, pretending to be the saint in the breakdown, just like she did Summer Wells. Marathons, no, she wasn't. She was part of that shit. Got proof of it. Ain't nobody buying it, Tiffany. We're over your shit. So, anyway, her and her prophets, false prophets. So anyway, I'm glad to see it. See, we've had problems, right, with certain theft and things. It really picked up though after Ryan did his bullshit. Him and his wife's magical spirits, Mr. and Mrs. Dubé. It really picked up when they went there with their magical spirits and were hint winging at me and all this shit, targeting me, so it made Andy's little jollies happy. And at the same time, as y'all recall, we were headed out of state. Andy was trying to track us. We'll know where we're at, who we're with, also shit too. Even against the orders, that's what the fuck he was doing, but hey, who gives a fuck, right? And then, it was during the holidays, so like most monsters and abusers, they follow this cyclical patterns he always has going to ruin it. Start shit, something, whatever. And then he had Dubé and them doing this during the holiday season. Ryan and him thought that was kind of nice. With magical fucking spirits ass, he originally promised us he wasn't into and was never going to be part of that fuckery, but as we knew already, him, Ziggy, and Fred would do all the fuck shit with Serafina anyway. Most of us knew him and Cher would do shit with anyway prior to him coming out as Ryan Dubé out of the shit for Eastman and all that crap here on YouTube. Like he just freshly got here. No, he didn't. But anyway, so they do the graveyard piece, right? He makes a pretty little poem and all this goddamn garbage. Puts it inside of certain cemeteries, let's say. Yeah. Ryan goddamn Dubé. Jen motherfucking Dubé. Anyway, so at least for like a year and a half, we'd had things happening, right? We're like, well, is it because these fucking nutters repetitive bullshit, or is it something else? Places we don't often really go anymore, just because, oh, about like everybody else being terrorized at cemeteries and graveyards and shit. Can't really go there without fuck shit. Feels like y'all violated fucking everything everywhere anyway. I know that others in other cemeteries, graveyards y'all are going to feel similar. They can't go up there and be with their loved ones. They're deceased. It's, it's pretty damn disrespectful. It's gross. It's a special type of evil. It's horrifying. None of y'all have goddamn moral compasses of any kind. I know morality's subjective, but Jesus. But Jesus. Anyway, so, you like to fuck, right? Where's this shit going? What's happening? Is it all Ryan? Is it all script? Now, mind you, Ryan redid this stunt with another graveyard of our family members not too long ago. This monster's doing certain shit too. I'm like, damn, dude, how many times can you redo the same stunt with the graves of our people, you piece of shit, mister? My friend FBI agent, yeah, okay, this is all for summer, huh, you douchebag. Alright, tormenting at the behest of monsters, putting out bullshit, fucking around, peppering shit, many cases here in East Tennessee, right? Propaganda and the fuck up, cause their, people not to be able to visit PG, everybody else here watching all this cemetery bullshit through many of these cemeteries, graveyards, all that. It's fun, right? Fun and games. Anyway, but I happened to get just like, what the hell's going on, right? This shit's sick as fuck. I'm glad to see some police agencies take it seriously.
Cassidy start this, and then Sheriff Jeff Eads will speak as well, and then we'll take some questions.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning. I'm pleased to announce that through a collaborative effort and outstanding investigative work by our Criminal Investigations Division, we have made significant progress in the investigation into the theft of vases from East Lawn Cemetery. Our investigators were able to obtain and execute a search warrant in Kingsport, resulting in the recovery of several of the stolen vases. That investigation also led us to Scott County, Virginia, where the Scott County Sheriff's Office obtained additional search warrants, and those efforts resulted in the arrest and also the recovery of 131 additional vases. What makes these thefts particularly disturbing is that many of these vases were stolen from the burial sites of children and infants. There are few things more heartbreaking and sickening than someone targeting the final resting places of innocent children and grieving families for personal gain. These families deserve to have their loved ones' resting places treated with dignity, respect, and reverence. I want to thank our Criminal Investigations Division, the Scott County Sheriff's Office, for their assistance.
You know. It's pretty sick to be targeting mostly children's graves. You a special type of piece of shit for that. But we, as family, have had things vanishing from up there for about the same time period. We made many calls and didn't know if it was you all and shit because it really picked up after New Bay. Got to tell you that. Facts. It lined up at the same time frame. Don't know what's what, but I do know others. Things he's visited around us picked up as well. But it's just fuck with all of us. But anyway, I do not think this was connected to that. But obviously, I didn't listen to her, so it's probably somebody reselling or doing whatever. It's pretty gross, or maybe somebody's just built that way.
All the law enforcement agencies working together.
I actually think I listened about 4 minutes in, I was like, at least we can all agree that most normal human beings feel like these are places of reverence and special meaning to families, and that's what it's meant for, and shouldn't be for profit or any of this craziness or for show or entertainment, and that that and I don't care circumstances, it's told true for everyone out in the world. And to think that anyone's resting place, burial places, all that stuff, or some tea funsies or some place to profit off of, like Ryan Shirley did by even making a video of it. Serafina, this group, Brian helped target us with it and this group so that he could get his ass up there and Andy be like, okay, bro, you fucked with her enough holidays since I couldn't in person this year like I did for 30 years. You've ruined it for her and ruined the holidays, and maybe even if shit's starting with orders in place, I'm still trying to figure where she's at and how she's going there to start shit, and to cause problems. Even though there's orders, because who cares about those, And Ryan got his little ass up on 125. I don't know what he got for the last cemetery of ours he did, but that's what they did. And they did it based on Serafina's mapping and shit. But boy, y'all, he really is helping out all the counties and federal agencies and shit. All in the name of Summer. Oh, wait, Layla and Holly. And oh, wait, with the same acquisition. Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Ryan. Made up Dubay. Anyway, we're going to listen to the rest of this because I'd like to know if it was just a theft ring, reselling, doing whatever, if it was some nut job. I guess we'll all figure it out together. But either way, newsflash. Cemeteries, graveyards are places of reverence and to be honored, and where families should feel safe coming and going and leaving things for their loved ones and visiting at any time without being taking pictures of her stalked or y'all made putting their names out. You're afraid to go down there and visit for a little bit just because they're like, man, they're gonna take pictures of us, put our name. Our family's graves will be next. Or, mention the shit that Ryan did to ours to me, and they're like, dude. Even at that, I'm like, yeah, man, yeah. That's fucked up. Yeah. And you can get nutters coming to places and doing crazy shit because you're inciting them to. Or nutters of strange, weird child fetish, true crime shit, walking through them doing crazy shit, thinking shit, maybe taking shit. You just don't know. Or people taking shit from as mementos, or they were at that cemetery when you fucking creators mentioning shit. You just don't know what you can incite and set off. But there are weirdos and freaks on their own out in the world, and theft rings too, so yeah, do take note of that. And then I remember years ago there was another one caught doing that, and what they were doing was taking off with stuff, and then they would take it to like their thing and resell it to people and customers as whatever, and it save them, make them, what I mean? It's pretty disgusting. And I don't remember which county it was in. I don't know if it was here or another one. I do remember something like that years ago though.
Across jurisdictional lines to hold individuals accountable and return stolen property to families in the cemetery. Our investigation does remain ongoing, and we'll continue working to recover additional stolen property and pursue those responsible.
Thank you to everyone who assisted with our investigation and helped seek justice for the families. I'd like to introduce Scott County Sheriff Jeff Edge to say a few things. Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm pleased to be here and on the occasion that we've been able to solve this theft or solving this theft of these bases. Please contact the Scott County Sheriff's Office identifying the stolen bases, a picture, bill of sale, unique characteristics. If anybody has one, they can maybe get returned. Thanks to the Weber City Police Department, Chief Clay Robinette. Also thanks to Kingsport Police Department, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, Scott County E911, Sullivan County dispatchers. Also thanks to the citizens of Sullivan and Scott County for their diligence and engagement, information, and support. Investigation is ongoing. All information could be vital to the success and prosecution of the offenders of both states. I must commend the relationship between our agencies and specifically working on the relationship between our criminal investigators and divisions. Crime doesn't stop at counties and state lines. The real public safety only works when your neighboring agencies have each other's back, and the trust of the communities they serve. And that's great cooperation between our agencies, and that's what makes it all happen. That's all I have. Thanks, Sheriff.
And these are some of the bases as well, Captain Price and Lieutenant Clemens as well, that were recovered. Yeah, can you bring it to the middle, for the middle area?
The rest of them are about the same as what I've already shown.
See, that thing's missing some of its flowers. Can they be taken away? Spent hundreds making arrangements, that type thing. Mostly only after Ryan, and it coincided with that time Ryan did his bullshit. Just saying.
And I will open it up to some questions as well. And again, this is still an active investigation, so not every question can be answered fully, but we'll do our best, both sides, to answer questions.
I don't know how many bases were recovered.
So Christy, it's so long.
Yes, from Scott County, we recovered 131 bases, and a base that would probably go around the bottom of one of the bases. And in Sullivan County, we recovered 6.
What's the value of all these bases?
It varies, $400 to $700.
Can you tell us where they were found at all?
Some were found inside a residence. Another, the most of them were found at a recycling center.
And then, I'm not asking for a name, but you guys have a sense?
What the? No, they're copper. What the fuck? Bro.
It's still an ongoing investigation.
Wildly enough, I have video. But one time I was like, what the fuck? Where is, yeah.
We don't have the ability to. These are not personally marked, so that's why we're asking the public if they do see one that they know for sure is theirs to contact us.
What led to you going to that residence? And tell us anything about how Was there some kind of call-ins, or did somebody tell you anything, and what led to it?
It was the public. They submitted an anonymous tip.
I know we personally just kept calling the people we know on the place because we bought some of the first plots there long before it was what it was now. But being like, I don't know where the fuck everything's going. Anybody else having problems?
I was, go ahead.
In Scott County, what exactly happened with your bases being stolen? Do you know where they were coming from?
We received a report from Holston View Cemetery this past weekend. We had been getting very minimal reports of individuals reporting them stolen from Holston View. The cemetery contacted us over the weekend, and a substantial amount, I believe there were about 90, they reported stolen this weekend. So talk to us about the recycling center that you found the bulk of these things. You know, what happened there, and where were they? You know, were they getting, I guess, ready to be recycled, but y'all saved them from the. Tell me about that. What happened to the recycling?
I'd hope a recycling center be like, the fuck? Those are cemetery bases. The copper, we have copper that broke. Yeah. We got 12 coming in. Yeah, there's something wrong here.
There was multiple totes, 5-gallon barrels. They were stacked inside there. It looked like they were going to be transported for recycling, but they were
Actually took it, man.
pretty scattered throughout the entire lot.
I guess the recycling center people didn't know anything about what was going on, right?
I'll let you answer that, sir.
I'll refer that to, there was an arrest made there at the recycling center, and then as far as the in-depth of that, it's still ongoing, so.
Me personally, I don't know. Copper thieves melted. You show up with a bunch of damn cemetery bases all at once. I'd be like, I know you just don't have it mean like leftovers or something, and you just want to get like that had to come from someplace, and you took them all at once. Like, Lord, yeah, there ain't no way people be ignorant about that. Come on now, surely not.
I think we kind of ballpark, we haven't got all of our, the numbers all together.
Of course, that's pure speculation on my part. Innocent until proven guilty.
But we'll probably recovered about a third of what's missing. And then we estimated what we found to be about about $75,000 worth yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
Municipalities and agencies were involved in this altogether.
Sullivan County, Sullivan County, Kingsport, Weber City, and Scott County.
Do you know how many resting places they had to hit and take from for just that amount? Oh, damn. 75,000 just yesterday. That's insane. And those bases are pricey. And no kidding weirdos out there serve hundreds of dollars spent on arrangements and stuff for them. They're left by those who love people who are there. Quit being jerks. And don't get me started on mementos left and other things by families that others have no rights to touch or to tamper with or anything else. Or, I don't know, do they go highlight or Tiffany or Justin or anybody else yelling and put attention and start like nutters, crazy, whatever either, to go fuck with people's resting places or keep others away from them as your fucking content and weird shit and painful shit that apparently the weird ass public thinks is fucking entertaining. It's not. It's disturbing. Imagine being over this cemetery shit with Ernie crap and you just laid one to rest and do you expect to be held in reverence and respect while you continue to fuck with everybody else? Ain't that something, Tiff? false prophets and all, right? TM, Ryan, everybody else. Buchanan.
Speak to the Tennessee, or other Tennessee agencies, I'm not sure.
I believe you covered it.
Okay.
Can you just name the cemeteries that were involved in this, that were affected by this, just for the record?
Host and View is the only one in Scott County, and I'm not sure of all of them in Tennessee.
East Lawn, Oak Hill, and
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm just curious, have y'all had any dealings with other Tennessee counties, or with cemeteries, maybe in other parts of Tennessee here?
Well, we're hoping, this press conference today will shed a light on some of these cemeteries, some of these families that are viewing these plots, that please come forward to the jurisdiction that this theft has been taking place and file reports, because what we don't know about, we can't report on. So we're hoping it'll get the information out there to where people may locate something missing and come up and come forward and make a report.
If someone does believe that you have one of their bases that was stolen, what should they do? Where should they go?
It just depends if they're in East Lawn in our county, call the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, and of course if they're in Virginia and Scott County, they can call the Scott County Sheriff's Office.
Is there anything else y'all want to get out to anybody, or y'all can say about this?
We just really appreciate, like I said, an anonymous tip came through our tip line, and the public really helped us get this thing moving. So we really want to thank them.
Now, I don't know about you, but lucky enough to be in here and such amazing guys as these. Which probably why Trojan horses and naners apply at certain times, and then D starts her shit. Am I right, ladies and gents? Ain't nobody dumb around here. JK? You better pull green eyes out in the open again. Killer, you know what you're doing. Buchanan, you don't talk about any of this? Alright, y'all. I'm glad to be someplace that does indeed know that these places are meant to be left in peace, and normal people hold them in reverence, and all should be able to go visit their family members, loved ones, and children and others in them, and for those places to be left alone and that they're not to be messed with, because that's how it should be. And if law enforcement wants to mess with them or go back to them, they will. I think anybody with half a brain knows that. And they will do it respectfully and at their will. And do it in all the right ways for all the right reasons. And that if any investigations need to occur around any, it looks like they're willing to make that happen and find justice even for those who were passed away in their final resting places, and for their family members and loved ones. I'm glad these men and women took this seriously, and I don't know. Like I said, most of our stuff started after Justin and Tiffany already, and whoopsies, I walked away to fix dinner for whoopsies, and all that shit repetitively. And Dee did it again recently, wildly enough. Sure did. But Ryan and Jen especially, and their targeting of us using our family cemeteries, even again recently, with their bullshit on Serafina mat. Fraud Dubay. And so we're uncertain, I don't know. Don't know still, we know we make complaints. But, You know? How about y'all have some respect and decency? Right? And, I'm just glad there are some cuffs and justice for all those, hopefully most of those, etc., being affected by this and whatever little ring this was, or nut loops, or metal thieves, and all these things. But they did say they were targeting children's graves and stuff a lot too. That is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. Can't imagine. Can. Watch all the public here, watch stuff they're doing down here at this one, and Tiffany Murray right behind it. Dubay and the rest. To lift off, play Benny's hidden suitcase with Ernie, distract from the shit and ground, inept teams that never held a flame and never will, to real men and women of law enforcement really work in Summer's case. For all the right reasons. Y'all keep faith in these guys. These are where it should remain. Anyway, I am out of here. Y'all, like I said, I shouldn't have been here so long. My belly is still sort of tore up from floor up. But I'm gonna try to snack. I'm gonna try to take my meds and behave. And y'all, I'm not kidding you. I seen a meth monkey on a meth monkey today. In another city far, far away. Ish. There was a damn monkey riding a meth head. He was twitched out of his mind at the front of a store. The poor monkey was holding up for dear life. I was like, holy shit, Justin, that you? But he's far too tall and all his hair was his own. I'm allowed to do that because Justin once put out is how I found out family members of mine had even died. That was wild. Tell you what, and another nutter helping with that. That was crazy. And I'm allowed to do that because Justin was some of the originals to dox things. Tiffany used them later on and set on other people's grieving mothers, give them heart attacks, continue on their bullshit for years. Just like over the cancer, the speech things, all that. I think I'm allowed at this point. Dubay and all the rest using everybody's family cemeteries as weapons and to help monsters get off at night, even with order of protection in place, and to get his ass up on properties and things. Does have a dirty little way about him, Jody. Anyway, but I'm gonna let it be for tonight. I'm gonna try to snack about it. Yep. But anyway, I did find him. Meth monkey riding a meth monkey. The meth monkey had not had the monkey didn't have its diaper changed while it dug through a great portion of it, half ripped. It was hugging the tweaker for life. People were like, oh, the monkey. I was like, oh, God. You can tell this monkey had even made it to the tweaker, probably being traded up for crack rock. It was concerning. And if you know anything about primates and animals, those do not do well. They need lots of space. Homemade, I know you guys want cute little monkeys, okay, like Justin did before it was been boxed and put somewhere. But those are most comfortable environments with their own and in groups. They need lots of space, specialty care. They're only cute for a while. You do not realize how many messes and destruction they cause, and you will never have enough room for them or outdoors or things they really require, need, and want. And they don't do good with being passed off to one owner to the next and things. Please stop doing that to these animals, even if you get them where they're bred in captivity. Please, for fuck's sake, stop doing that. Anyway, it was wild enough riding the tweaker, and I was like, certain children were like, oh my God, is there any way to rescue this monkey from the tweaker? You know? No, but I guarantee you that poor monkey finds itself on down the line being traded off for crack rock after crack rock. It's pretty terrible. I'm honestly hoping somebody reports him at some point and that poor monkey makes his way to somewhere good and kind and, Lord bless that little monkey. So there indeed it's like Meth Monkey and Meth Monkey Crimes. It's terrible. But it's been a good day overall. Like I said, the fall weather, though I hope that doesn't mean anything. But I bet it does since the velvet's already showing up and the animal's been acting weird on it. I'm just kind of sad. But 11 and I, right? The flower. Last one to pop up for my bat. So I'm all ninja about it. My praying mantises are on heightened awareness. They're super ninja, right? We got this. Okay. My squash and pumpkins are doing good, and I do plan on doing things to those, just like I do make certain things out of the foods and the vines and the grapes and the blackberries and stuff seasonally around here, and take them to those I love most. So anyway, 11 years doing wonderful, and I'm gonna carry 11 back to the safe spot. and, see, my premise ones are right over, right? I got about 16 over. See, I'm borrow one of the pumpkin menaces. Not for in the mood to be toted. Anyway, but y'all, I'm out here for the night. Y'all watch this shit being fed to you. Ain't no good, and I know. Word on the street is certain other things come in on are used distracting on it. Well, no. Certain things being latched on. I'm just so this crew and the teams and the ineptness and the fucking wherewithal. I just can't with them from the beginning. I can't. Not for all these years, and I still just can't. All these people inside it had no right to be. Had no idea how to finesse and dance through this place and around the people. And they just keep bumble fucking everything. It's really the sum and total of it for all these false prophets, snakes and demons. Oh my. Anyway, y'all, much love to all of y'all who hung out with me tonight. Watch yourselves. These streets are dangerous, obviously, to you all, your brain pans, your hearts, everything. Remember, they got their little carnival clowns down there watching for y'all and marks and everything else. Y'all remember that. You're not safe here either, especially in these chats. Watch your personal information, and what you say and do. All right. So anyway, y'all watch yourselves, okay? And be kind to one another and to yourselves. Have a good night, good morning, good evening. As always, enjoy the little pebble in the sky floating in the vast cosmos to dance live to your favorite tune, whatever it may be, from second to second, day to day. Alright. Enjoy the storms. Remember they all pass. Learn to dance in them. And always dance in the sun. Never forget to tell those you love or hold dear to you that you love them or care for them as you go about your days and they go about theirs. You just never know when. Be good pebbles and sparks and voices when and where you can. Promise it makes a difference to lives around you and around the world every day. And it does travel. Ripples to tsunamis, folks. And I know this world seems dark, but I promise you can light it up with little things that they don't cost a dime. You can change and save lives by starting a simple smile at a stranger having a great day. Remember, the world isn't actually as dark, as scary, and bullshitty as it sounds and feels because of these damn boxes and talking head news and propaganda and hating on crap fed to you and algorithm and all that shit every day. I highly suggest and would love to remind you and encourage you to get outside of these stupid boxes, tech, phones, TVs, everything else. Turn the damn phones off, lock them away, walk around town without them, meet a stranger, make them a friend. Remember that you have an attention span longer than 15 seconds. Have a real conversation. Join with your community. Remember your community and humanity around you. All right. Anyway, guys. Um, and as always, I'll leave you with this. Please do share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for help in Canada save lives from domestic violence to health emergencies, those with disabilities, in emergency situations, uh, kidnappings, abductions, whatever, out in public or private, crimes occurring in places where victims and are stuck in them but can't make a peep vocally, and they could do a hand signal though over a screen and get help there in time, and the perpetrator captured in real time. And obviously rapes and things like that in public and otherwise, say people who need help. Remember that. Canada does save lives of many types, varieties, emergency settings, and crimes. Okay? And as always, please do share Summer's picture, information, and color by name. And you know what I mean by that. I don't mean talking head, faux entertainment news bullshit from the highest echelon to this low cesspool down here. I do not mean YouTubers, TikTokers, social media, any of that. I don't even mean any of our dumbasses around here talking. Alright, you stick with local or whatever, real journalists, real media, real police and state police, federal agencies, their information and releases and all that, okay? And those are what you should be sharing around summer. And because Sebastian, Layla, and Holland, which obviously same group, is hunted down, embedded in, and started in doing these same shenanigans in, I will tell you the same for them as well. Please stick as far as summer goes. And Layla and Holland, I know two of those three, Summer being one of those, have federal Q&As up and stuff. The other one, just Kingsport, I believe, with Q&A there. But remember that, and you do all need to go read the Q&A on Summer. It would help you from being misled so much by creators as well in this case, and believing propaganda and bullshit put out about everybody and everything around everything. Alright, for starters. And keeping y'all from drinking the wrong content they're trying to false profit you on, okay? Usually it's cruelty and abject annihilation of other innocent lives, or targeting witnesses, or doing whatever dirty shit they're up to absolutely destroy the cases on purpose, because get this, the longer they go, the more money they make. And do you think these people really care? Nope. You know how you know that fact? Look at all the other cases, law enforcement, other neighbors, witnesses, etc. Call them out. But look at how many children's remains they promised to find, and then they just forgot about, with all the lovely equipment given to them, like drones and such, that you all bought them. And turns out some of those children and others' remains are still out there. You seen any of them go back out and pretend jumping ditches with flyer since? No, you have not. That's how you know they don't care about any of these missing or murdered. Only so much to try to make y'all put ones and hearts and twos and chat and picks teams and do all this crap to bring their algorithms up to keep the false profit going. Alright. So anyway, but please do share Summer's picture and her age progression photo in the flyer format with her date of vanishing, her height, weight, last knowns, all that. And then above it, please do include a link to an information source like WJHL, WCYB, Bristol Herald Courier, Rogers Review, Kingsport Times, Times News Online, etc. And real journalists and their pieces, whether it be news broadcasts or articles, like Bobo or Ansley or anything, and you switch out that link every now and then to some different. That way, and I know people don't think about it, but even this many years later, it can jiggle something loose. Somebody read a piece for the 1,000th time or see something, and be like, wait a minute, I used to think of this way, but now that I think about it, this hits a little different, and or aha, or it even, as they're opening these pieces over time, so they realize somebody around them or that they know is acting different or has always acted different every time they open something that has Summer's face there, or they're talking about Summer as her name, and they go, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, and they pick up the phone, they call local surrounding agencies like Hawkins, so any of those Kings, and this will go for Layla and Holly too, Kingsport, everywhere, wherever it needs to be. And 1-800-TBI, find any of them, FBI, etc., and they turn in the person or persons that they believe to be responsible that are acting a little strange off. They finally realized it's happening. They've got something that may or may not still be needed. It depends. And Summers brought home to her community, and the justice process can begin. Somebody's arrested, etc., and all these beautiful, real men and women, and real detectives, and real brilliant minds and hearts who have been working tirelessly for her for all these years and have not stopped and will not stop, despite what's fed to you all out here. They can help her speak or help tell her story the way it should be, respectfully, and for her and just for her, not for entertainment, not for false profits, but because they care about her and they've come to know her as Summer, not a flat image or something to virtue signal on. Promise you guys, these men and women have worked so hard, and they still do. Don't give up on them, and these men and women are where your faith and hope rely. And remember, these tragedy pimps are making it harder on them. And screwing with them intentionally across at least these 4 cases. And all these men and women have so many other cases every day to work that while these tragedy pimps play games with them and stuff, maybe they're not able to pick up on in the right ways, or things miss. I mean, do you know what kind of damage these tragedy pimps are doing? Or those like others like them and these nut jobs and the bullshit call-ins? And how much of a workload these men and women already have on them? And I can't imagine how they must feel when several of these agencies and federal agencies are being screwed with by the same group in 3 cases across Tennessee. It should horrify everybody, honestly. It should. But I don't know about y'all, but these men and women are where my hope and faith will remain. And with Summer herself, her light will shine. It's always been shining. I hope soon she'll light up so brilliantly that it shines back on the truth in herself and the answers and where she is and those responsible. And these men and women make the arrest and help her speak, no matter what manner that has to be in. And I know they will. Anyway, you guys, please do that for Summer, Sebastian, Layla, and Holly, and